dashing through the snow and eating some RRG snacks. Over the fields we go, munching all the way. Yum, yum, yum.
Auntie Regina, are you okay? Your voice sounds a little raspy today. Have you been sneaking into my eggnog?
I mean, yeah. 'Tis the season, ain't it? I'm tripping and I'm loving it. Tell 'em Auntie did it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna need you to pull yourself together, girl. It's time for our messy relationship marathon.
Ooh, I'm always in the mood for some hot, stinking mess.
I know, Auntie. And it's a couple of hours of tomfoolery that I know you and the besties are gonna enjoy. But before we jump into it, we gotta let them know about rrgsnacks.com, our online concession stand that has an assortment of beef and bacon jerky, butter toffee peanuts, gummy sour peach rings, and green apple licorice.
I'ma stick a couple of bags of them gummy sour peach rings in your Uncle Reggie's stocking so he can stop eating all mine up. Told him next time he touch my snacks, I'ma roast his chestnuts on an open fire.
Regina, you so damn messy.
You know I like being naughty.
But anyway, happy holidays, besties. We hope you enjoy this year's marathon of the most toxic celebrity relationships that we've discussed in 2024.
I'm walking through the crowd and somebody grabs my hand. Just softly put their hand in my hand and just holding it. And I see this big chain that said flip mode. I look up and it's Busta Rhymes. He like, what's up? You know, what you getting into?
Now, wait a minute now. Hold up now. Listen, my gaydar is rarely wrong, and I would like for the LGBTQ plus community to list down in the comments if that is... You know what? Never mind. Let me mind my business. Let me just mind my business.
Before we jump into today's video, if you really want to party with me, let me see just what you got for me. Put all your snacks where my eyes can see. Straight buck wildin' in a place to be. Our online concession stand at rrgsnacks.com has an assortment of goodies for you to munch on while enjoying our videos, like Applewood smoked bacon jerky, toasted corn nuts, and gummy sour peach rings. Pass the Kvassier. And let me put some sour peach rings off in it. As a teenager, Trevor George Smith,
Who the hell is that?
better known as Busta Rhymes, became a part of the 5% Nation, a movement influenced by Islam that promotes the supremacy of black men who identify themselves as gods and black women who are referred to as earths.
Now, see, I got a problem already. Now, how come the women can't be gods? Why they gotta be earths? If we earth, how come they can't be moon? I'm just saying equal is planet to planet, okay? Not deity to planet. That don't make no sense.
While in high school, he met a girl named Joanne Woods. According to the New York Post, they were complete opposites, with Busta being a wannabe rapper from Brooklyn and Joanne being a reserved and shy girl from a middle-class family. Either way, they started dating and later moved in together. Joanne told the New York Post that they would fight over petty things, like who left the toilet seat up and why the cap was removed from the toothpaste. She added, "He's a Taurus, a real arrogant person. He has a problem with everything. But on the other hand, he's soft-hearted." Busta's career took off with the legendary group Leaders of the New School. Cameras captured one of the group's final disagreements during a 1993 episode of Yo MTV Raps.
Please don't film this beat.
They disbanded shortly after the interview, and Busta went solo in 1993. That same year, Joanne went into labor when she was 5 months pregnant. She gave birth to a 2-pound baby boy that they named Taheem. Sadly, the child only lived for a few hours before passing away. She got pregnant again, and in 1994, they welcomed their son, Tazaya. Busta landed his own production deal through Elektra Records and created his imprint record label, Flip Mode. He went on to sign his notable acts, including Rah Digga and Spliff Star. His debut solo studio album, The Coming, was released in 1996, followed by his second album, When Disaster Strikes, which dropped in 1997. Both albums landed at #1 and went platinum. While he headed out on the road, Joanne stayed back at home. She admitted she never really traveled with him and didn't go to industry parties either. Their relationship deteriorated. A gossip website reported that in 1997, Joanne caught Busta in bed with another woman. Joanne reportedly flew into a fit of rage, damaging Busta's car and ripping several locks out of his head.
Not the locks, Jesus.
Despite their relationship being strained, Joanne told the New York Post that Busta asked for her hand in marriage on 3 different occasions. Joanne said yes each and every time, but they never went through with it. Despite their relationship being on again, off again, Joanne wasn't worried about Busta busting his juices inside other women. She said, "If he was, I didn't know about it, but I can't be naive to the fact that stuff was probably happening." Well, it didn't take long for his indiscretions to be exposed. Busta started smashing a woman named Jill Miskelly. In 1998, she gave birth to a baby girl named Mariah, and a DNA test confirmed that Busta was the baby's pappy.
Not the 5% of knocking up a white woman.
Busta volunteered to pay $1,200 a month in child support, but Jill and her lawyer attempted to have the amount increased, according to MTV.com. Sometime around 1999, he welcomed another daughter named Casey with a woman named Rhonda, who was previously married to Kid from Kid and Play.
The light-skinned ninja with the flat top.
He and Joanne reportedly broke up around that same time because ABC News reported that Joanne obtained a restraining order against him. She also had him arrested after he failed to make his child support payments. They were able to patch things up just in time to welcome the arrival of Busta's 5th child, a baby boy named Takai, who was born in 1999. Joanne gave birth to his 6th child, a baby boy named Trillion, in 2001. By 2002, Busta and Joanne had finally put themselves out of their misery. They decided to go their separate ways, but not before engaging in a messy custody battle pertaining to their 3 sons.
Say it with me, besties. Here we go. Here we go.
Busta put Joanne on blast by telling the court that Joanne was in a new relationship with a woman. He alleged that one of their sons walked into Joanne's bedroom and saw her and her new girlfriend blowing each other's backs out. Gonna make your body wet.
That sound fun as hell.
Boy, get your little ass up out of here and close the door. Go put on some cartoons. Make yourself some cereal or something. Joanne didn't deny that the incident occurred, but Joanne's lawyer responded, "Where else should they have sex?"
I know, that's right.
Their custody battle raged on for 4 years. In 2006, the judge made their decision. Although no abuse or negligence was cited, there were more than a few references to Joanne's lover and her lifestyle that prompted the judge to give Busta full custody of their 3 sons. And Joanne was given visitation rights twice a week and every other weekend. Since Busta was typically away on tour, the children were ordered to live with his mom in New York.
So wait a minute, this man could be in a committed relationship with a woman that he met in high school, have 3 children outside of their relationship, and because she chooses to be in a same-sex relationship, he get full custody of the kids, and he ain't even gonna be at home. Child, bye.
Joanne was devastated and felt that Busta worked so hard to get custody because he felt some kind of way about her being involved with a woman. She said, "He's a great father when it comes to sitting down, talking to the kids, and we can agree on certain things. But I have to say, this fighting me because your ego is hurt, you're not hurting me. He's hurting the kids."
Exactly.
She also accused Busta's mom of bad-mouthing her in front of the children. Joanne said, "My kids can repeat verbatim what she says about me, especially my oldest one. Oh, I'm a gold digger, I'm money hungry, I'm a lesbian. You name it, she has called me everything." Despite obtaining custody, Contact Music website reported that Busta was angry while promoting his 7th studio album, The Big Bang, and he spoke negatively about Joanne. During an interview with a New York radio station, he reportedly said, "No more child support check for you, broad. Worthless baby mother."
This ninja.
In 2006, which was the same year his custody battle was settled, he welcomed his 7th child named Miracle with an unidentified woman.
How many baby kids does this ninja have?
And then that same year, Corinne Steffens released her book, Confessions of a Video Vixen, which we've linked for you in the description box. In her book, she described Busta's meat as being big and long, but she complained that he didn't know how to make a body scream out, "Yes!" Then, during a 2006 appearance on Power 106 radio station, they played a game called The Hat of Forbidden Questions. Busta was asked, "Who was the last celebrity you slept with?" His answer was, "Lionel Richie's daughter got it real quick."
Not Nicole. Not real quick. So Corinne wasn't lying, huh?
In 2007, he was linked to Flavor of Love reality star Delicious. While Delicious insisted they were just friends, an author named Terrence Dean spilled some interesting tea. Terrence published a book about down-low men in hip-hop. We've linked the book for you down below in our description box. Terrence told Bossip website that he was introduced to Delicious while promoting the book. Noticing the title of his book, Delicious was intrigued and decided to ask Terrence an important question. According to Terrence, their conversation went a little something like this. Okay, you know I used to date someone in the business, right?
Well, who are you talking about?
Come on, Terrence. You know who I'm talking about. He's a rapper.
Did he used to have long hair?
Yup.
Well, what do you want to know? Go ahead, spit it out. I won't tell nobody, except for Bossip website. I ain't gonna tell nobody. I promise. You can trust me.
I mean, do you know anything? Because I kinda heard that he's,
Yeah, I know some things.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Yeah.
Don't play with me, Terrence, for real?
I mean, yeah, it's not a secret. We all know.
Since Busta had just cut off his long locks in 2005, everyone assumed Terrence and Delicious's conversation was about Busta. Behind the scenes, he's getting it in. According to an anonymous blogger who created a website in September 2011 called Busta Rhymes Gave Me Herpes.
Not the crunchy eggplant. Fix it, Jesus.
In the introduction post, the anonymous woman wrote that she was on her cycle when she met Busta, but he still yanked out her feminine product and started gobbling up the red waves.
He freaky as hell.
She said that her decision to lie down with him resulted in her experiencing extreme physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual pain. She added, "He infected me with HSV-2 some years back, and I'm 1000% sure that he knew he had it based on him having a bad cold when we hooked up and his reaction when I let him know he gave me something. I felt really sick after being intimate with him in a way that I had never felt before in my life." For those who thought she was lying, she went on to describe the intimate physical details of Busta's sausage rocket.
Was it crunchy, girl? Did it look like peanut brittle?
She said her purpose was to warn other women about him, so no one else would have to go through what she has been through. Once she hit the publish button on her blog post, several gossip websites caught wind of her allegations and began spreading the word about Busta's alleged health status. He never responded to her accusation, and her blog is still up to this day, with the final post going live in 2015. In the years that followed, Busta became more known for his aggressive behavior. In 2013, an employee at Cheeseburger Baby in Miami accused him of calling him a homophobic slur after Busta became upset that he had to put his own ketchup and mustard on his burger. And then in 2015, he was charged with assault after he threw a strawberry protein drink at a New York City gym employee.
This ninja crazy.
And then in August 2020, some more speculation about his preference popped up online.
This gonna be messy, ain't it?
A man posted on his YouTube channel that he was out with his partner and a friend in New York, and they were headed to a gay club. As they were crossing the street to get to the establishment, someone grabbed his hand and held it softly. "I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand."
Y'all crazy.
And I see this big chain that said flip mode. Just diamonds iced out. I look up and it's Busta Rhymes.
According to the man, Busta invited him to party with him in his section at a club.
It's like, you should come in and party with me. Busta still holding my hand. I'm like, oh, word? Like, hell yeah.
The man told Busta that he had to let his partner and his friend know, and they would meet up with him there. Unfortunately for the man, his partner didn't want to hang out with Busta, so he never got a chance to chill in Busta's section that night. And then in 2021, during Gay Pride Month, news outlets rushed to the Chelsea neighborhood of Manhattan to capture the aftermath of a deadly shooting outside the Dream Downtown Hotel. Now, for those of you who are unaware, Chelsea is one of New York's quintessential gay neighborhoods with plenty of establishments, including gay bars and nightclubs. So anyway, as reporters were capturing images of the scene, guess who walked by at 4 a.m.? Yup, it was Busta.
Child, what he doing out in the gayborhood at 4 a.m.?
He wasn't alone either. He was accompanied by what appeared to be a bodyguard and an unidentified person.
Person? You messy as hell. Was it a man or a woman, girl? Stop playing games.
So what was Busta doing in Chelsea during Gay Pride festivities at an ungodly hour?
I know what you trying to say, but you ain't trying to say it. So why don't you just say it, huh? Say it, girl. Say it.
From there, people have pointed to incidents where Busta has treated women poorly as proof that he's not interested in women. There was the time when a concert goer grabbed his junk and Busta proceeded to embarrass her in front of her man. And then when a woman grabbed his bubble butt in Las Vegas, he turned around and threw his drink on her.
Keep your hands to yourself now. Keep your hands to yourself.
And that brings us to 2024. A celebrity bodyguard by the name of Big Homie CeCe told Cam Capone News YouTube channel that he was at a club with model and musician Don Benjamin and a few other people, including a gay lawyer. CeCe said Busta was in the club as well, and as soon as Busta saw the gay lawyer,
bro, Busta Rhymes wanted him in his section so bad, pulled him to the section, like through the rope, and tucked him off in the corner.
CeCe went on to describe Busta as a super zest monster and claimed that the rapper typically wants fun boys to join him in his VIP sections.
Now what the hell is a super zest monster? A SZM. Sism.
Despite his messy love life, Busta has a great relationship with all of his children. He's also considered a legendary artist with 11 studio albums and a handful of Billboard, BET, and Soul Train music awards to his name. Most people don't care what he does behind closed doors as long as he keeps making the type of music that will make you nod your head and break your neck. And well, that brings us to the end of this hot, stinking mess. If you enjoyed this video, let us know down below. And thanks for watching RRG. To rid herself of her toxic past relationships, including that little situation where she got pregnant by the married T-Mobile store manager,
Fix it, Jesus.
Fantasia decided it was time to make some changes. She lost her home to foreclosure in 2013 and worked on paying off a $1 million past due tax bill. From there, she went on a spiritual fast for 7 months. It included no boot knocking, no relationships, no drinking, listening to a lot of sermons, and eating the Word of God. She even told Billboard magazine that she bought a ring and married herself. She said,
"Some man is gonna have to top this because I'm worth it." Okay, girl.
She also took some time to write down a list of all the qualities she wanted in a partner. She told Billboard website that she also asked God to bring her someone who would pray for her and someone who could cover her and her 2 children from previous relationships. Meanwhile, Kendall Taylor grew up without his father and gravitated toward a life in the streets. He started selling substances and was expelled from multiple high schools. He welcomed his first son when he was 15 and got shot when he was 17.
Yeah.
He ended up getting arrested and going to jail several times. After his last jail stint, he decided to turn his life around. He started working in retail and at restaurants, and eventually worked his way up to help build a multi-million-dollar transportation and logistics company. Now, let's fast forward to 2014. While visiting a rooftop bar in Charlotte, North Carolina, a sloppy drunk guy tried to holla at Fantasia. The guy paid for her and her friends' round of drinks and invited them to accompany him and his friends at another hotspot. One person in his friend group was Kendall, of course. The drunk guy returned to his friends and told them he had just met Fantasia Barrino, and she would be joining them at the next spot. Kendall wasn't even convinced that it was Fantasia at first, but when they all arrived at the next location and fans started screaming Fantasia's name, Kendall realized he was in the presence of a celebrity.
And let me guess, then he became interested, right? Right? Am I right?
She and her friends had second thoughts about going inside the venue. In their co-authored book, which is linked in the description box, Kendall explained that he's very protective of his name and character, and he didn't want his drunk friends' antics to reflect poorly on him. So he told Fantasia and her friends that if they decided to go inside, he would make sure they had a good time. Kendall walked away, and Fantasia was not only impressed by his thoughtful words, but she was feeling his physical appearance too. She and her friends decided to go inside, and Fantasia made the first move by telling one of his friends to tell Kendall that she wanted to talk to him.
Damn. Now listen, Auntie Regina done already told y'all thirsty to stop chasing these men. You not the hunter, he the hunter, and you are the gatherer, okay? After he hunts you down, then you gather him up.
A woman making the first move doesn't always mean a relationship is doomed.
Yes, it do.
However, we've done enough of these red flag videos to know that whenever a woman steps into the role of the pursuer in a heterosexual relationship, things rarely end well. So, moving on, she and Kendall talked until the sun came up and exchanged contact information. They didn't communicate for the next few days until Fantasia reached out and invited him to a water park with her children, and some friends.
She chasing the hell out of that man, ain't she? Damn. Let him pick up the phone and call your ass for a change. And why you bringing this man around your kids so early? Now let's pause. Let's take a break right here right quick, okay? Because I want y'all to understand where Auntie Regina is coming from. And I need my heterosexual male besties in the comments to be honest. Be honest and give your feedback on what Auntie Regina is saying, okay? Because listen, if y'all tell the truth, y'all like it when women pursue y'all, okay? It make y'all feel special and ooey and gooey on the inside. But tell me if I'm lying, if when you take the risk to pursue a woman that you want and she says yes, how much better that feel. And you conquer. You conquer. Tell the truth and shame the devil now. That is the natural order of things, okay? I don't care what y'all say. Women's rights, women's lib, it's 2024, blah, 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 whatever. You go out here and pursue these men, and then you co-sign on a car, you buy the house, you pay all the bills, you pick out their clothes, you cook, you clean, you push out 3 kids, and then 15 years later, you look back over your life and you wonder where your sex life went. Well, he don't want to have sex with his mama. Okay, that's what you ended up being, his mama instead of his lover. Let me tell y'all something. Let these men be men. Okay, let these men be men. Hell, and they can't show you what they working with if you doing all the heavy lifting. Y'all out here talking about sprinkle and masculine and being in your feminine. Y'all out here, y'all got bigger balls than the men. Down the line, he will resent you for taking the power away from him to be the man in the relationship. Watch what I tell you now. You'll be like, I did everything for that man. You did, and that was the problem. That's why after you made him, he left you and went to somebody else where he could be the man in the relationship. You ain't got to say nothing in the comments. Ladies, y'all ain't got to drop an amen. You can if you want to, but I'm just saying, I know I'm right. Anyway, continue.
Thank you, Auntie Regina. Where were we? Oh, yes, Fantasia inviting him to the water park. Kendall agreed to meet her there, and they had some time to talk again. During that encounter, Kendall opened up to her about his past and his criminal history. He also told her that her online pictures didn't really capture her in-person beauty. At the end of their meetup, he told her he was cool with connecting with her again, but he added, I just want to be honest and say that I'm focused on running my company and not really in a place for a serious relationship.
Ladies, when a man tell you that, believe him, okay? And if you're looking for something serious and he ain't, leave his ass alone.
Fantasia was cool with that, and she told him they would connect with each other soon. Within a few more days, she reached out and invited him to her birthday party in D.C.
I'm noticing a pattern. Y'all noticing it too, ain't you? She doing all the work, pursuing him, chasing him. I'm just gonna say it. He wasn't that into her. He was not that into her. She was not his type. Okay. Now let this be a lesson to y'all asses. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I am talking about.
In their book, Kendall explained that he didn't want to attend the party because he wasn't interested in the 6-hour drive to D.C. However, his friend convinced him to go, and they drove there together and had a good time.
Damn, he didn't even want to go to the party. And how come he couldn't fly? Baby, if it was somebody he wanted, you best believe, and y'all men can attest to this, if that's a woman that you want, you will get your ass in that car. You'll sleep in the car.
The next day, Fantasia jetted off to Cancun with some friends, and she admitted that she stayed on FaceTime with Kendall during the entire trip. She even tried to convince him to meet her in Mexico, but because he was still on probation, he wasn't able to hop on a plane and leave the country.
Well, that explains some shit. This bitch doing too damn much to fly a nigga out she just met. Hell, it's giving desperate. It's giving thirsty. It's giving give me a drink of water. And what kind of business is he building he can stay on the phone all damn day? Y'all remember he said he was too busy to date anybody seriously because he was busy building his business. See, that was the lie he told because he was trying to let her ass down easy, but she didn't get the memo.
She told Billboard website she knew he was the one when she was getting ready to go on the road. He got down on his knees and said, "Can I pray for you? I just want to cover you down the road." But they were never actually dating. In their co-authored book, she described him as her friend. But then, while sitting around and discussing the future, Kendall looked at her and said, "Let's do it." So in October 2014, just 3 weeks after meeting, they tied the knot at a courthouse and exchanged matching wedding bands. That night, they knocked boots for the first time.
Yeah, 3 weeks. I thought he was busy building his business. I thought he didn't want no relationship. How he go from I'm busy to let's get married? I think he saw a sucker and licked it. That's what I think.
Fantasia did one thing right by allowing Kendall to encourage her to get a prenup, although she told the Breakfast Club that she would have married him without one.
Your dumb ass.
Kendall got a tattoo of her name on his chest. And besties, you already know these types of tattoos are typically the kiss of death in relationships. When the images of his tattoo hit the internet, it was the first time that the public became aware that she was in a relationship. And welp, a social media user immediately sent all of Kendall's criminal history to blogger Love B. Scott.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
The insider told the website that Kendall had an extensive rap sheet that included a physical altercation with a woman, possession of substances, possession of a weapon, and failure to pay child support. He was also convicted of possession of a firearm by a convicted felon in 2003.
Wait a minute, he a damn felon?
With his recent brush with the law occurring in 2012, Love B. Scott concluded that Kendall had turned his life around a couple of years before he met Fantasia. Behind the scenes, they already had major issues as a married couple. They realized they both had alpha personalities, and they were competing against each other when it came to business and making money. 6 months after they married, Fantasia revealed she was no longer with her record label, her grandmother had passed away, and she and Kendall had broken up.
Grand opening, grand closing.
2 months later, they were back together and looking happier than ever. With rumors swirling that their breakup was due to cheating, Fantasia took to her Instagram to write,
"No one lied, no one cheated, no one broke a single vow. What we learned was to keep those who aren't for us out of our marriage. As our love grows stronger, our circle grows smaller."
They had another wedding ceremony in July 2015, this time with all of their family and friends present. Then on Christmas Day 2016, they renewed their vows. By September 2019, Fantasia was apparently a relationship expert.
Y'all so messy.
Due to the arguments they had early on in their marriage, she decided it was time to relinquish control. During an appearance on The Breakfast Club, she said,
"Most women are trying to be the leader. That's why you can't find a man. You can't be the king in the house. Fall back and be the queen and let your man lead the way." Too late now, bitch. You never gave that man an opportunity to show his leadership skills when y'all were dating or so-called friends. You didn't let him pursue you. You didn't let him call you first. You didn't let him make plans for dinner dates. You didn't let that man show you he could be a leader. And now that you married, you want to relinquish control to a man who has not proven his leadership skills. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Hell no. Hell no. Red flags. Where's the ding, ding, ding button? Somebody ding this. Talking about some king of the house. Hell, he the damn queen. He the queen.
Many people called her advice outdated and wrong, and they took issue with the idea of a woman submitting to a man. Fantasia and Kendall hopped on Instagram, and Kendall explained that submission is a beautiful song and dance between two lovers. He also said that Fantasia submitting to him doesn't mean he makes all the household decisions. Instead, they talk things out, and after he considers her opinion, he decides what's best for their family.
Okay, let me get this right. Fantasia is the breadwinner, but he's the one making the decisions for the family. Hell no, you got to earn that position.
Even though they were finally on the same page, things were still falling apart. Fantasia's financials were in shambles due to people taking advantage of her, and Kendall had to step away from the logistics company he was a part of after getting into a disagreement with the co-founders. In their co-authored book, Fantasia stated that she and Kendall decided to come together to start an independent record label called Rock Soul Entertainment.
Damn it, Fantasia. How many times Auntie Regina gotta tell these bitches to stop mixing business with pleasure? He co-founded a logistics company. Tell me why the fuck he couldn't start another logistics company. That's what he know. That's what he do. He don't know about entertainment or the music business. Now y'all tell me who benefiting the most from this damn marriage. I'll wait.
They also started a nonprofit called Salute First, where Kendall helps convicted felons and at-risk youth turn their lives around. When they were trying to get both companies off the ground, they were dead broke. In their book, Fantasia said they would make tuna and bologna sandwiches for date nights and go to the airport to watch the planes take off. Fantasia added,
"I thought it was romantic. I would be grinning from ear to ear."
Lowered expectations. After experiencing fertility issues for years, Fantasia announced in 2020 that they were expecting their first child together. In celebration of their new arrival, Fantasia gifted Kendall with a Christian Dior diaper bag. Their daughter Keziah was born in May 2021, making them a family of 6.
You said she gave him a diaper bag. Ain't he supposed to be giving her a push gift? Child.
They released their relationship advice book in 2022, and in 2023, Kendall received an honorary doctorate degree from Texas Seminary Christian University. As for Fantasia, she hasn't released a studio album since 2019, but she still performs worldwide and appeared in the 2023 film The Color Purple. Fantasia, who once admitted to being illiterate, now credits her husband for encouraging her newfound passion for books. She told CNN,
I used to hate to read, hated it, and now I can't stop reading. Should have read that damn background check before you married that man. That's what you should have read.
She told Essence magazine that her whole life changed when Kendall came into her world. He has given her the type of leadership that their household needs and gives her the love she deserves. With Kendall by her side, she told Essence,
I'm not the same Fantasia, and I love the queen that I'm becoming. The problem with Fantasia and a lot of y'all is you don't realize that you are already a queen. You've always been a queen. And the entrance of a man into your life does not a queen make. Okay?
although the red flags are busting us upside the head, we wish Fantasia, Kendall, and their family nothing but the best.
Bestie, you so damn messy. You so damn messy.
After ending her engagement sometime around 2005, Kelly Rowland decided she needed to protect her heart. During a 2011 interview with the Daily Mirror, she said until she was crazy in love, just like her friend Beyonce, she wouldn't let her wall down for anyone. She added, "When I get married, it will be for life. Divorce is not an option." Little did she know, her future husband had been lurking in the background the whole time.
Lurking?
When Michelle Williams joined Destiny's Child in December 1999, her childhood friend Tim Weatherspoon started hanging around the group. Kelly told adrinkwith.com she thought Tim was cute, and she wondered why Michelle wasn't dating him. Michelle answered, "Oh God, no, he's family. I would never." Kelly and Tim became friends and would talk on the phone for hours and hours and hours. But Kelly said that because she was super shallow back then, she wasn't interested in Tim romantically. So what was wrong with Tim? Well, according to Kelly, she wasn't a fan of his bald head. She didn't like his shoes, and she was turned off by the fact that they were the same height. In other words, he just wasn't her type.
Michelle always had this funny thing. She's like, "Oh, my brother Tim, he just loves you. I always say he gonna marry him some Kelly Rowland." And I was like, huh.
Plus, she had a lot going on. In November 2010, sources reported she was hit with a $98,000 tax bill. She later told Mosaic YouTube channel,
I almost lost everything.
She was too busy trying to keep up with the Joneses by buying a bunch of clothes, cars, and houses that she couldn't afford. She broke down on the phone with her best friend and told her she didn't know what she was going to do. Her best friend's response was that Kelly needed to give in order to be blessed.
Not the prosperity gospel.
So when Kelly got her next check, she gave it all away. And within a week, good things started happening to her. And then in 2011, things started heating up with Tim. After knowing each other for more than a decade, she and Tim went on a date. Tim fell in love with her right then and there. But as for Kelly, she didn't realize he was the one until date number 3. But even then, she slipped back into old habits and almost ruined their relationship.
Is she an Aquarius? That sounds like an Aquarius to me, child.
At the same time she was dating Tim, she had another guy in her life who was described as a loser. But of course, the loser was the man that Kelly was really interested in.
Yup, because bad boys have the best dangalangs. Allegedly.
Kelly told Vogue Australia she was afraid of commitment, and the idea of loving one person for the rest of her life frightened her. She tried to push Tim away early on, and that conversation went a little something like this.
Hello? Hello, Kelly?
Hey, Tim, it's me, Kelly.
Hello?
You're a really nice guy and all, but I don't want no short man. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm ready for this right now. Maybe we should take a break.
Okay, if that's what you want, Kelly, but what if we took a break from dating and God sent you a guy and that guy was me? The hell you talking about?
Listen, I ain't got time for this. I gotta go, okay? Bye.
Hello, Kelly? Are you there?
Yep, Kelly hung up the phone right after getting everything off her chest. And then...
Wait a minute, girl. You forgot to promote our little snackety snacks.
Girl, you right.
Should I give them a little karaoke before you jump into it?
Girl, I guess. Just make sure you warm up them vocal cords. Your voice been a little flat these past few videos.
Girl, go to hell. I know I can sing.
I'm just saying.
Me.
I'm a survivor. I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna stop. I'ma sing harder. Is you finished or is you done?
I'm done, girl. Go ahead.
This video is sponsored by rrgsnacks.com, our online concession stand that has an assortment of goodies for you to munch on while watching our videos, like beef and bacon jerky, butter toffee peanuts, and gummy sour peach rings.
I get excited every time y'all talk about them gummy sour peach rings, okay?
Now, as we were saying, Kelly tried to take a break from Tim because she was afraid of commitment. She also had another guy in her life whom she described as a loser. So, based on this information, it's clear to most people that Kelly just wasn't that into Tim. After their phone conversation, she said she was so scared because she could feel in her heart that Tim was her future husband. So after taking some time to reflect,
and probably having one more smash session with the loser,
she decided to embrace her relationship with Tim. She soon realized she didn't want to live without him. She told adrinkwith.com, "I don't know what I did or who said a prayer, but man, I hit the lotto." After becoming an item, they mixed their personal and professional lives together. Tim began co-managing her career alongside Divine Stevens. But in May 2011, sources claim Tim encouraged Kelly to get rid of Divine out of jealousy. We looked at Divine's Instagram, and he's fine as hell.
Yep, that looked like Kelly's type right there.
Now, SandraRose.com isn't a website that we typically source from over here at RRG, but the following information the website obtained from an insider appears to be legit. The insider told Sandra Rose that Tim didn't agree with the direction that Divine was taking Kelly's career. Kelly agreed to let Divine go, and Tim took full control of her management duties.
This is about to get messy, ain't it? She ain't never watched that series, Where Are They Now? Every single time the husband or the boyfriend became the manager, the woman ended up losing all her money. Oh, Lord, I'm scared for Kelly right now.
Now, we've seen several instances where female celebrities hire their husbands to manage them, and it's typically a disaster.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
You can check out our Mary J. Blige and Kelly Clarkson videos that are linked in the description box to see what happened after they hired their husbands to manage their careers. In December 2013, Kelly was in Bulgaria and Tim was back in the States. They were chatting on Skype when Tim popped the question.
On Skype?
Kelly said yes right away.
Oh, hell no. She is Kelly Rowland. She deserved roses, a restaurant, a limo ride, something. Skype?
After the 2014 Met Gala, they hopped on a private jet to Costa Rica. They became husband and wife in front of 27 friends and family members, including Beyonce and Solange. 6 months after their wedding, they welcomed their son, Titan.
Hold up now. It take 9 months to make a baby. So what you trying to say? What you trying to say without saying it? Because I can count. I can sing and I can count. I am multi-talented, okay? So she was 3 months pregnant when they got married. That what you're saying? That what you're saying, ain't it?
By 2019, the streets were claiming Kelly and Tim were separated, and they were each spotted without their wedding bands. An online source stated even though Tim encouraged Kelly to accept a gig on The Voice Australia in 2017, the separation, with Kelly being in Sydney and Tim back in California with their son, was adding stress to their marriage. Kelly later told Red Online website they were having a lot of FaceTime sessions, and they constantly sent each other pictures to stay connected.
What kind of pictures, girl?
She also admitted she's no walk in the park, and one of the main things that aggravated Tim was when she would accidentally throw away his possessions when she was cleaning the house.
Say what now? Accidentally?
She also said she had the tendency to buy furniture without asking him for his input.
What kind of bitch-made shit is that? What nigga care what kind of furniture go in the house? What grown-ass man is decorating the house? If he don't sit his short ass down somewhere, sit your short ass on this new sofa and shut the up. Now, see, that's the problem we got with short man. It's not just about the optics. It ain't just about how it look. You know, we can put that aside. It's about that damn Napoleon complex. You know, them psychological issues they have with themselves being short. They always trying to overcompensate. You know what I'm saying? Trying to stand on business when they need to be standing on them building blocks over there.
They need to be standing on some stairs. That's what they need to stand up on that chair. Don't stand up on business over here when I'm decorating a damn house. Need some lifts in your shoes. That's what you need.
Kelly went on to say that they were learning better ways to communicate, and they were in it for the long haul. She said Tim looked at her one day and said, "Look, sister, we're gonna ride this thing till the wheels come off."
Sister?
Ew. Online users have noticed that Kelly and Tim have a great bond, but some people believe they have no chemistry. They appear to be great friends to outsiders, and Kelly frequently refers to him as her BFF, but is their marriage lacking passion? Kelly attempted to answer that question by opening up to People magazine. Kelly said she was all about playing dress-up and role-playing to keep things spicy. Now, we here at RRG have been making these messy gossip videos for a minute, and one thing we know for sure is when a celebrity starts oversharing about their bedroom activities, it can sometimes point to trouble in paradise. For example, there was a period when Jada Pinkett was constantly talking about Will Smith blowing her back out, when in reality, their relationship was, and still is, a hot, stinking mess. If our theory is true, then perhaps Kelly and Tim really were experiencing marital issues during the time they stopped wearing their rings, and we might have an idea about what caused some of their relationship issues.
Go on and spill the tea, bestie. Go on, spill it. Go ahead.
Remember when we mentioned that Kelly hired Tim to be her manager? Well, we suspect that mixing business and pleasure didn't go as planned. In June 2020, during an interview with Mosaic YouTube channel, Kelly announced that Tim was no longer her manager, and they were more focused on having a husband and wife relationship rather than a business partnership. So we give them props for cutting ties professionally if it was causing problems for them. And perhaps it was exactly what they needed, because Kelly gave birth to their second child, Noah, in January 2021. But then came October 2023, and we really started to wonder if Kelly was off her rocker.
Oh, Lord. Fix it, Jesus.
Kelly jetted off to Paris and took some photos inside what appeared to be a hotel room. She was wearing a beautiful skin-tight brown dress, but the one thing people noticed was that the top half of her dress was completely see-through. Kelly wasn't wearing a bra, which meant her silicone bitties were saying bonjour. She even took her ass to them people's Eiffel Tower and posed in front of it with her cockeyed areolas.
I know you motherfucking lying.
Online users were shocked and appalled. Many people told Kelly that she was beautiful and she didn't need to do all that to get attention. Others wondered if she had lost her mind. Someone even left a bunch of red flag emojis in the comments section. Oh, wait, that was us.
Y'all so messy, and I love it.
Oh, and in case you're wondering, it doesn't appear that Tim joined her on the trip. So was Kelly looking for attention by showing off her little chocolate chips? Is the picture a sign that Tim isn't giving her the kind of attention that she desires? We're unsure, but Kelly's latest project, Mea Culpa, has added even more red flags to her marriage.
Lord, here we go. Here we go.
In case you're unaware, Mea Culpa is an erotic thriller that was released on Netflix in February 2024. The film was written, directed, and co-produced by Tyler Perry. Kelly is also a co-producer. Now, we ain't gonna even lie. We couldn't make it through the entire movie. And apparently, we aren't the only ones who thought the film was boo-boo.
Somebody pass me some toilet tissue.
The movie has received a low Rotten Tomatoes score of 21%, which indicates that less than 1/3 of critics gave it a positive review. Joseph Robinson of Fish Jelly Films YouTube channel wrote, "Anyone who has watched more than 3 episodes of Dateline and had sex more than twice could write a better erotic thriller." Most people aren't surprised that the dialogue sounded like it was written by artificial intelligence, especially since Tyler has been criticized for his scripts for years. Kelly and her co-star Trevante Rhodes did their best to bring the script to life, but from the reviews, the consensus is that the storyline isn't cohesive and the intimate scenes are too graphic, with reviewers going as far as to call the film nasty, trashy, sleazy, classless.
Child, don't nobody want to see no erotic film by Tyler Perry. No.
Kelly told Sherry Shepherd she had some reservations about the film at first, so she made sure Tim was okay with the intimate scenes, and she said he was on board with everything.
Nah, little Tim, you need to man up and put that little foot down. Put that little foot down. Put it down.
Kelly said she didn't even meet Trevante until the day before they started filming. This means Tyler didn't even bother to screen test them beforehand to make sure they had the right chemistry. And again, this is no surprise to Tyler's critics, as he's apparently known for throwing things together and rushing through his filming process. Kelly told Bossip that as soon as she met Trevante, they embraced, and she felt respected, safe, and comfortable.
I bet she did.
She texted Tyler afterward and said,
Text you after I met him.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, this is gonna work.
Okay.
This is gonna work. Yeah. And it was like
in the most professional sense.
Of course. Of course.
On the day Trevante was scheduled to take Kelly to Pound Town, she called Tim before cameras started rolling. Their conversation went like this. Hello? Honey, it's going down. It's going down. It's going to happen today. Okay, cool. Talk to you later.
Damn.
Kelly said because Tim is the most secure human being, he wasn't bothered by Trevante grinding his paintbrush on her. During a press tour, Kelly, Tyler, and Trevante appeared on The Kelly Clarkson Show, and Trevante's body language was interesting. The top comment on the YouTube video is, Trevante sitting like he is Kelly's man for real. We also noticed that Kelly wasn't wearing her wedding ring, although she does appear to have a tattoo for her husband on her ring finger. The film's bad reviews have fueled people's curiosity, and the movie is the #1 film on the streaming service. Aside from people wondering what possessed Kelly even to take on the project, others are wondering if simulating that kind of act on camera is a sign that things aren't going well at home.
Something just ain't right.
But others see it as a calculated move. One user on Reddit stated the film was great exposure for Kelly, and hopefully some better writers and directors will recognize her potential and give her better scripts in the near future. So what do y'all think? Is this a case of Kelly settling for a man she was never really into, or are we tripping? Andrea Michelle Howard was born on January 23, 1985, and was raised in Wyoming, Pennsylvania.
A damn Aquarius, sis. I knew it.
According to her online biography, as a child, she was fascinated by all things related to beauty. She even shared an old photo of herself on Instagram, and in the picture, she had her
nails done, hair done, everything did. Oh, you fancy, huh?
In 2002, 17-year-old Drea found out she was pregnant. As of this video, there have been rumors that her child's father is former NBA player Gilbert Arenas. However, in a since-deleted Instagram post captured by the Jasmine brand, Drea revealed that when she was 7 months pregnant, her child's father got locked up and was sent to prison for 10 years. She gave birth to her son Nico in December 2002. In her since-deleted Instagram post, Drea stated that her son was named after his father, although he has Drea's last name.
Well, shit, that's easy enough to figure out, ain't it?
Hello?
Yes, excuse me, can we get a roster of all the Nikos in jail?
Yeah, sure, I can help with that.
All the Nikos. Thank you.
Nico?
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Niko.
It's spelled Kniko. Like the kingpin Nico from New Jack City. Girl, that's Nino. Oh, holy. Girl, I was Inspector Gadget over here. I was like, now I know why he in prison, but anyway.
Because she wasn't receiving any child support, she started stripping to make ends meet.
That sounds fun as hell.
And then, at some point, she shifted gears and decided to pursue a career as a singer. She moved to Los Angeles, but according to the Shade Room, her voice wasn't good enough to make it as a star.
So glad I don't have that problem. me. Girl, if you don't sit your ass down somewhere.
She started modeling and appeared in music videos, but according to the Shade Room, big fashion designers weren't interested in her, and a lot of the men's magazines turned her down because of her figure and her long neck.
Drea Giraffe Michelle.
Eventually, she connected with editors and video directors who got her roles in music videos alongside artists like Jay-Z, The Game, and Kanye West, to name a few. Finally getting the recognition she felt she deserved, she started moving in different circles and had relationships with countless celebrities. When she wasn't in LA, she was working in Philadelphia.
What kind of work, girl? Working it or working?
And where was her son while Drea was out and about dating celebrities, shaking her cakes in music videos, and working in Philly? Well, sadly, he was at home all alone.
I know you lying.
In 2011, a Philadelphia news outlet reported that Drea's son Nico was coming home from school to their empty Wyoming apartment and spending nights alone, while Drea was working an hour and a half away in Philly.
This bitch.
On December 16, 2011, Nico called 911 at 2 a.m. and told dispatchers he was home alone. He told them that he called his mom earlier in the day, and she said she was going to a tanning salon and would be home soon. She never came home, and Nico said he called her about 20 times, but she didn't answer.
This bitch.
When officers arrived at the apartment, they described it as looking like it had been ransacked. There were women's bras and panties scattered all over the damn place. A small dog was in a cage, and police saw dog boo-boo and urine scattered around the apartment.
Oh, hell no.
Nico then proceeded to tell the authorities about everything he had been going through. According to Nico, he would get off the bus every day after school and walk to their apartment complex. Then he would have to wait for another resident to either leave or enter the parking garage gate so that he could get into the building. He said his mom would leave the apartment door unlocked, and she kept microwave dinners for him in the freezer. While police officers were questioning him, Nico apparently got hungry, grabbed a TV dinner from the freezer, and stood on the counter in order to reach the microwave. Police called Drea's mom, who initially picked Nico up and brought him to her home. However, according to the police report, Nico was eventually placed in Child Protective Services while the authorities investigated the case. According to police, Drea didn't return home until 8:45 in the morning.
This bitch.
She was locked up on child endangerment charges and was released on a $25,000 bail. Since she was a first-time offender, she was eventually sentenced to 2 years of probation and ordered to attend family counseling and perform 40 hours of community service. When Drea appeared on Basketball Wives, her castmates caught wind of the allegations and labeled her a deadbeat mom. Drea sat up in them people's faces and said her son was never taken away from her. But her lies were exposed when online investigators dug up the police report.
Baby, because the internet is undefeated when it comes to them Inspector Gadgets, okay?
Drea remained unfazed, and in a series of tweets, she wrote that all the immature haters kept her motivated. She also expressed excitement about moving her mom and her son out to LA to be with her. So, yeah, during that time, her child was under her mother's care. As a cast member of Basketball Wives, all of Drea's little business continued to get put on blast. Blogs were having a field day digging up her hit list, but Drea insisted she was a changed woman.
Child, please, she wasn't changed. She was chain to a chain of fools. Chain of fools, girl, not chain.
I know you like that, girl.
Okay. Damn, learn the lyrics before you go busting out singing and shit.
During an interview with a radio station, she was asked if she considered herself a hoe.
I don't think I'm considered a hoe no more. I don't really got nobody in the last like 2 or 3 years.
She said no more.
Don't say no. No, your wholeness can get deleted.
The hell she talking about? Are you a hoe?
Despite the negative publicity, the ninjas was still ready to risk it all. During an interview with Inside the Huddle, Drea stated she met Orlando Scandrick through mutual friends. At the time, Orlando was playing for the Dallas Cowboys. Drea said she was a bit disappointed because he was only 5 feet 10 inches tall, but they had a decent time during their first meeting at a nightclub, and they went out for breakfast afterward.
Staying out late all night again. And where the hell was Nico when you was out having breakfast? Did you bring him home some food this time? Speaking of food, girl, you done did it again. What did I do now? You forgot to promote our little snackity snacks. Dang, dog, I keep forgetting. It's all good, sis. Can I sing a little something for the besties before you jump into it?
Not today, girl. Take a little break. Give them vocal cords a rest.
This bitch.
This video is sponsored by rrgsnacks.com, our online concession stand that has an assortment of barbecue bacon jerky, toasted corn nuts, and gummy sour peach rings. Now, let's get back to the story. Orlando told Inside the Huddle that after meeting Drea, he thought she was cute, but her attitude was terrible. Either way, they started dating sometime around 2013. In true Drea fashion, there was drama from the jump. In a photo posted on Instagram, she alluded to the mother of Orlando's twin daughters causing some drama behind the scenes. And then her Basketball Wives co-stars accused Orlando of creeping on Drea with Jackie Christie's daughter, Chantel.
Ooh, this is messy.
Orlando admitted that during a brief breakup with Drea, his friends tried to hook him up with Chantel, and he chatted with her for a few days. When Chantel arrived at his home and exited the car, he said he was immediately turned off. He added, "All I remember is she has a mole, she's brown-skinned, and she's chubby. And none of that is my type."
Ooh, these men is trifling.
He then explained how he passed Chantel off to one of his friends.
Ooh, besties, don't be passed off, girl. Don't be the one that get passed off and around, honey. If you didn't choose them, don't get chose. Don't get chosen. What they think this is? Build a hoe? No.
Drea decided to stand by her man because she was pretty sure he would never be interested in someone like Chantel. Drea said she was his ultimate woman because she weighed 119 pounds and was shaped like a model.
Shaped like a model, but what that brain shaped like? A peanut? A damn peanut.
Orlando offered to pay her twice the amount of her Basketball Wives salary if she agreed to leave the show. So Drea stepped away from the reality series, but eventually appeared in her own web series called Blame Drea. In August 2014, Drea announced she and Orlando had broken up. Shortly after their announcement, the NFL suspended Orlando for the first 4 games of the 2014-2015 season after he failed a drug test. According to TMZ, Orlando stated he unknowingly consumed some Molly while vacationing in Mexico with Drea. Sports fans blamed Drea for everything, which prompted her to issue a statement on Twitter. Drea said she wasn't at fault, but would support Orlando through the ordeal. They went through a few more breakups, up until Drea announced their engagement in June 2015. Although she was proud to flaunt her $400,000 7-carat diamond engagement ring, she told People magazine they were in no rush to set a wedding date. A month later, Orlando pulled the plug on their engagement.
Say what now?
He told TMZ Sports, in hindsight, it was a poor decision to propose. He also said he was anxious to move on with his life and get the hell away from Drea.
Bye, Ashy.
The grand opening, grand closing of their engagement had many people wondering what the hell happened. How did things go belly up so quickly? Well, an insider told blogger Love B. Scott that Drea bought the ring herself. She also reportedly told her PR rep to plant the engagement story on the internet. The insider added that Orlando never proposed, and for months he was actually trying to figure out how to get away from Drea's ass. The source added that Drea wouldn't leave his house and was acting like a squatter. Drea clapped back in a statement to TMZ where she said, "I was just involved in a circus and didn't know I was the clown." As for the rumors that she bought her own ring and faked her engagement, Drea denied the allegations. Weeks later, Orlando filed a restraining order against her.
Fix it, Jesus.
He claimed that 2 months before their alleged engagement, Drea got physical with him and pepper sprayed him during an argument. He also accused her of throwing candles at him and knocking pictures off of his walls. And then, during a separate incident that reportedly went down in July 2015, he accused her of throwing a porcelain jewelry holder and books at him. He also said she threatened to throw bleach in his eyes. Orlando also accused Drea of throwing his clothing in a bathtub and in his swimming pool. The judge granted his order of protection and told Drea to stay at least 100 yards away from him.
What her crazy self?
1 month after Orlando came clean about what he had been going through, Drea told Power 106 radio station they were back together.
Not again.
In order to justify the toxicity and hot, stinking mess aspects of their relationship, Drea said, "We're black and in a relationship. Black people in a relationship, they feel me."
No, we don't feel you. Okay, no, the hell we don't.
But once again, the happy times didn't last long. Days after announcing their reconciliation, Drea shared photos on Instagram of Orlando allegedly destroying her bedroom. In the caption, she called him the cornball of the year and accused him of trying to make her look crazy when he was the crazy one.
Ooh, they toxic. Give me a T. Give me a O. Give me a X. I C. What that spell? Toxic. Hey, toxic.
Orlando had bigger things to worry about, though. A couple of weeks after their public spat, he tore 2 ligaments in his right knee and had to sit his ass on the bench. With a lot of extra time on their hands, Drea announced in January 2016 that she had gotten knocked up and they were expecting a baby boy. Weeks after her announcement, she and Orlando broke up again. In an Instagram post, she said Orlando went to Vegas and did something that forced her to end things. They welcomed their son Drew in April 2016. Their relationship was back on track by this point.
Thank you, because I'm dizzy. I can't keep up at this point, honey.
And then came 2017. An anonymous source sent Baller Alert blog a picture that was allegedly taken at Orlando's bedside. The image included medication that is reportedly used to treat herpes. The image has since been scrubbed from the internet. Months after Drew's first birthday, Orlando found out that having a baby by Drea was gonna cost him.
Here we go.
RRG dug up court records that confirmed Orlando was earning close to $500,000 per month, while Drea was making about $33,000 per month. In July 2017, the court awarded her child support payments of a little over $24,000 per month. Now, let's fast forward to December 2017. Drea took to Twitter to rant about Nico's homework. Nico, who was 13 at the time, was reportedly required to recite a 4-minute speech at home every day, and Drea was asked to sign off on it. Drea said she was all for helping him with his homework, but she felt like the teacher was harassing her by requiring her to sign the sheet of paper every day. Drea said that after hearing the speech 2 times a day for a month straight, she refused to sign off on it one night. Drea added, "And today he doesn't get points because I don't want to sign it. It's not my damn homework, but it feels like it. What do y'all think?"
Girl, you don't want to know what we think, okay? We think you still a deadbeat ass mama like you always been. That's what the hell we think.
Of course, Twitter let her have it. The backlash was so intense that Drea deleted her tweet. After a couple of years of maintaining a blissful relationship, Orlando was noticeably absent from Drea's 36th birthday. The following month, she deleted all traces of him from her Instagram, and they unfollowed each other. By then, Orlando had bounced around to several different teams before getting cut twice by the Eagles. His final release from the team was in October 2019. People wondered if Drea would continue to stay by his side or if she was gonna link up with another athlete with deeper pockets. She hopped on her Instagram story to announce, "If anyone has anything to say about me or the guy I used to be engaged to, save it. We don't care. I have been single the entire month of December." As for Orlando, he moved on with WNBA player De'Arica Hamby, and she gave birth to his 4th child, a baby boy named Legend, in March 2023. According to SandraRose.com, De'Arica had to break the news to her husband that Orlando was the baby's pappy.
Wait a minute now. You just gonna gloss right over that? Oh, okay. We caught it, though. We caught it.
Since she had to move out of Orlando's house for good, Drea purchased her own home in 2020. When online users accused her of using child support checks to buy the property, Drea took to Twitter to state she doesn't receive a dime of support from anyone. So, what about the 2017 child support order that RRG dug up? Well, according to our research, both parents can mutually agree to terminate a child support order early in the state of California. However, we don't see a record of that request in their court files. Now, we're sure you're wondering what her eldest son, Nico, has been up to. Well, he enrolled at Georgia State University in August 2021. As of this video, he appears to be living his best life.
Go ahead, nephew. We're proud of you. Wait a minute now. Not him tooting that thing up.
Drea moved on with NFL player Tyrod Taylor, and then in 2023, she was spotted out with Houston Rockets shooting guard Jalen Green. Now, by this point, people were used to Drea chasing after athletes, but what made many people raise their eyebrows was Drea and Jalen's 17-year age difference. People were even more alarmed when they realized Jalen was only 10 months older than Drea's eldest son, Nico. As people expressed concern over their relationship, they also wondered if Jalen was aware of Drea's past. During a September 2023 chat with The Shade Room, Drea said she was open to having another child, and she wasn't worried about whether the child was conceived with someone she was in a relationship with. She said, "I'm very non-traditional. I feel like you can co-parent without being in a relationship. Maybe just two people say, hey, you want a kid? I want a kid. Let's just have a kid. And let's just see.
This bitch.
Reactions were mixed, with one person saying, the fact that y'all are okay to purposely create broken homes is wild to me. Sad. Another person wrote, she mentally is the same age as her baby daddy.
Shots fired.
And then in January 2024, rumors emerged that Drea was looking mighty pregnant while watching Jalen's team play. 39-year-old Drea waited until International Women's Day in March 2024 to announce that she and 22-year-old Jalen were expecting a baby girl. This will make Drea the proud parent of 3 children by 3 men. As for Jalen, he's a first-time pappy.
Y'all crazy.
Some online users applauded Drea for securing the bag, especially since Jalen is locked into a $40 million rookie contract. But others are questioning what she could possibly have in common with someone like him. Others expressed disappointment for Jalen creating a baby with a woman who has been busting it wide open since before he was born. They also aren't pleased with Drea bringing another child into the world due to her past parenting issues.
Okay, that part. Hopefully this baby will eat better, honey.
Do you think this new baby will be raised on Hungry Man frozen dinners? Or will Drea learn how to prepare some homemade meals? Let us know down below. And thanks for watching RRG.
Y'all so messy, and I love it.
Curtis Jackson, better known as 50 Cent, has been in several high-profile relationships, but it's his previous romance with model and actress Daphne Joy that has raised some eyebrows in recent days. Based on some current allegations, we decided to take a deeper look into all the aspects of their relationship. And guess what, besties? It's a hot, stinking mess.
I knew it, sis. I knew it.
Before we jump into today's video, we gotta plug our little candy shop. Our online concession stand at rrgsnacks.com has a bunch of 5-star goodies for you to enjoy while watching our videos, like beef and bacon jerky, butter toffee peanuts, and gummy sour peach rings.
I'm tired of being a window shopper. I'ma scoop me up some snacks today.
In 2010, things were heating up for Daphne's personal and professional life. She appeared on the January 2010 cover of Smooth magazine, and she reportedly started dating comedian D-Ray Davis. We're unsure when she and D-Ray broke up, but by the summer of 2011, she was spotted out with 50 at exotic locations. She even helped him celebrate his 36th birthday at parties in Las Vegas and Atlanta. Weeks after celebrating his birthday, sources reported their relationship was over.
Grand opening, grand closing.
A Twitter user asked him about his status with Daphne, and the father of one reportedly replied that he was single. But things weren't completely over for them. They were photographed together once again, and D-Ray must have felt some kind of way about his ex moving on with 50. In September 2011, he took to his Twitter to write, "How you model for Smooth if your coochie bumpy?"
Wait a minute now. Pump the brakes. Her coochie is what? Bumpy? Come again now. Maybe I didn't hear that right.
He later deleted the tweet.
So y'all gonna gloss right on over the bumpy coochie, huh? Oh, okay.
As the years passed, they never officially confirmed the status of their relationship. And then in 2013, all hell broke loose.
Say it with me, besties. Here we go. Here we go.
50 was accused of ransacking Daphne's bedroom during a June 2013 argument at her Los Angeles condo. Daphne told police that 50 made $7,100 worth of damages in her condo. And when she locked herself in her bedroom, he kicked the door open and kicked her. Police found broken chandeliers, destroyed furniture throughout the home, clothes thrown all over the place, a broken television, and a broken lamp.
The hell wrong with him? The hell was he so mad about? Maybe he didn't like bumpy coochies. He was mad the coochie wasn't smooth. Is that it?
What was most surprising about the allegations was the police report, where investigators dropped a bombshell. 50 and Daphne had secretly welcomed a child. Yup! Daphne had quietly given birth to a baby boy named Sire Jackson in September 2012, which was about 9 months before their domestic incident went down. In a statement, her lawyer said, Daphne Joy and Curtis Jackson have been together for a few years in an exclusive relationship. They had a child, and now Daphne's #1 priority is to ensure both her and the baby's safety during this difficult time. However, the Los Angeles city attorney referred to Daphne as 50's former girlfriend. 50 was facing up to 5 years in prison, but he took a plea deal and was ordered to do 30 days of community service, and he was placed on 3 years probation. By that point, it appeared that their romantic relationship was over.
Bye, Ashley.
It wasn't until January 2014 that 50 publicly acknowledged their son Sire. Then came July 2015. 50 was ordered to pay Rick Ross's baby mama $5 million after he posted a sex tape of her and another man online in order to get under Rick's skin. Weeks later, 50 filed for personal bankruptcy in Connecticut. He told the court he was only worth about $4.4 million, and his online displays of wealth were all smoke and mirrors.
Look at him trying to get out of that lawsuit.
His lawyer told the court that 50's bank account was approaching $0 because of unpaid debts, which included $1,737 he owed to his grandfather.
Not him borrowing money from Paw.
As for 50, he told the court, "Now that I filed for bankruptcy, I'm not as cool as I was last week."
Now just sit your ass down. You ain't been cool since Go Shawty, it's your birthday.
The most interesting part about his bankruptcy filing was the revelation that Daphne was only receiving $1,267 per month in child support, and his first child's mother, Shaniqua Tompkins, was receiving a little over $6,000 per month.
Oh, really? What happened to have a baby by me, baby, be a millionaire?
While 50 had all that going on, Daphne moved on with Jason Derulo in the fall of 2015. BET.com reported that 50 flooded his social media account with pictures of his and Daphne's son Sire during the 2015 holidays. But when Daphne and Jason went public with their romance by posting intimate vacation pictures, 50 suddenly removed all the photos of his son Sire from his Instagram feed. 50 turned the pettiness up a notch by commenting on a photo of Daphne and Jason with, "But don't worry, baby, I'm fine, just a little shook up. LMAO. Good morning."
Oh, him feeling was hurt.
After about 6 months of dating, a source told TMZ that Daphne ended things with Jason. Jason moved on and later made Jenna Frumes a single mother.
Y'all messy as hell.
Daphne put her focus back on raising her son, and she and 50 patched up their friendship as well. Now, let's fast forward to July 2018. 50 was having a very busy month. After Remy Ma shared a picture of her slimmed-down figure on Instagram, 50 left a comment that read, "Damn, Remy, you lost mad weight. Hey, Slim."
With his thirsty ass.
Apparently, Remy's husband, Papoose, wasn't feeling that comment. Papoose responded, "Damn, Daphne Joy, no wedding yet? If 50 Cent doesn't marry you, I'll introduce you to my homeboy. He's more mature."
My left shoe is more mature than 50 Cent.
And then 2 weeks later, 50 was involved in another online feud. This time, it was with his on-again, off-again friend, Floyd Mayweather. Floyd posted a photo from his son's high school graduation, and 50 made fun of the boxer's literacy in the comments. A week after 50's shady comment, Floyd's ghostwriter,
Y'all so messy.
Floyd, took to his Instagram to post a lengthy response. The post, which is still on Floyd's account after all these years, drops some interesting tea. The boxer called 50 a certified snitch who hasn't had a hit song on the radio in years. Floyd then accused 50 of living in an apartment in New Jersey and staying in other people's business just to stay relevant. The most damaging part of the clapback was when Floyd wrote, "So quick to gossip like a why don't you tell everybody how you got herpes from DJ?"
Yeah. Say what now? Not the bumpy coochie again. Holy.
That drop of tea also led people to revisit D-Ray's statement he made back in 2011 about someone on the cover of Smooth magazine having a bumpy coochie.
What in the Nestle Crunch is going on in Hollywood?
Floyd ended his message by saying, "Just remember I was with you every day, and your driver Bruce was my driver also. I know where all your bones are buried. So be easy, Curtis Jackson."
Not the government name.
But he wasn't done. In another post, Floyd included a photo of Maury Povich along with side-by-side photos of 50 and his sons Sire and Marquise. In his caption, Floyd took shots at 50's strained relationship with Marquise. And then Floyd added, "Don't worry, Marquise. Uncle Floyd still got you. I would hold little man down too, but you're still not sure if he really belongs to you."
Yeah, a bumpy coochie and questionable paternity? Fix it, Jesus.
The years passed by, and 50 started a relationship with a woman named Jamira Haynes in 2019. As for Daphne, well, the rumors about the alleged snap, crackle, pop still couldn't keep the ninjas away. In April 2021, she was spotted out with Diddy. 50 reposted the image on his Instagram along with the caption, "Nah, me and Puff fight over business shit. If he liked a girl, he liked a girl. I don't give a." Daphne would go on publicly to express her admiration for Diddy by reposting one of his shirtless photos. While looking through Daphne's Instagram account, we noticed that not only is Diddy following her, but Joy Chavis is following her too. And Daphne is following them back. In case you're unaware, Joy and Diddy were spotted swapping spit on a yacht back in September 2021. That means Daphne was hanging out with him before Joy played tonsil hockey with him.
What in the sister wives is going on here?
Although 50 appeared to be unbothered by Daphne's new romance, in September 2022, he turned the pettiness up a notch. After Daphne posted a photo of herself enjoying Diddy's iHeartRadio Music Festival performance, 50 shared a picture of him and his son, along with the caption, "Oh, that's your mommy over there with Puffy, LOL. Remember what I told you the other day? These be crazy. SMH." At that point, Daphne had had enough. She commented on his post, "Please stop doing this to me. I never bother you, and I'm an outstanding mother to our son. Can we please just focus on that, please?" Diddy got sued by his ex-girlfriend Cassie in November 2023, and they settled the lawsuit one day later. Of course, 50 couldn't help but taunt Diddy over the matter. 50 also announced that he was creating a documentary about all of the allegations. Diddy was hit with more legal issues, including a $30 million lawsuit filed by his former producer, Rodney Jones. In court docs, Rodney claimed Daphne and Diddy's other girlfriend, Young Miami, were sex workers who were hired by Diddy. Rodney went on to say Diddy paid the woman a monthly fee to be a part of his harem. Without tagging Daphne, 50 captioned an Instagram photo, "I didn't know you was a sex worker, you little sex worker. LOL." On March 28, 2024, a source close to 50 told Us Weekly that due to the allegations about Daphne's involvement with Diddy, 50 was going to ask a court for sole custody of their son.
Sit your black ass down.
Daphne took to her Instagram to deny all of Rodney's allegations. And then, in a separate post, she aired 50 out. She accused 50 of only seeing their son 10 times in 2 years before launching into allegations that 50 forcefully took advantage of her. She added that he had damaged the last hope she had for him as a father to preserve their family. She added, "You have broken our hearts for the last and final time." Now, keep in mind, sources have reported that she made these allegations against 50 after he made it known he was going to ask for full custody of their son. 50 didn't directly respond to the allegations against him. Instead, he posted a photo of Diddy and Daphne on his Instagram and wrote, "You moved a mile away in hopes of having another baby with me, but I was busy. So you moved back, and then you started receiving money from Brother Love. Now here we are, little sex worker."
This ninja, he a big ass baby, man child. He gonna cry in the car. His ass should have stayed with Vivica Fox. Hell, she had all that profit from her wig collection. Okay, she grown. She a woman of a particular age. She don't do drama or mess. She would have reeled his ass on in. Could have been somewhere eating crumpets and drinking tea, hell, with their pinky finger up.
Do y'all think 50 will win full custody? Or will Daphne use their past domestic issue and his alleged detachment from their son against him in a court of law? Let us know down below. And thanks for watching this hot, stinking mess. To to give you some more insight into this mess, we have to take you back to sometime around 1986 when 5-year-old Keon received the calling to preach the Word of God from his pastor. At the age of 21, the Gary, Indiana native founded Pilgrim Rest Missionary Baptist Church and grew the membership to 600 parishioners over the span of 5 years. At some point, he married a woman named Joshelle. According to Professor Blackmore's YouTube channel, Keon filed for divorce from Joshelle in May 2008 in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Their divorce was finalized in December of that same year. He opened the Lighthouse Church in 2009, and in 2010, he married a mother of 2 named Felicia. He and Felicia welcomed a child named Caitlin sometime around 2011. Keon told Praise Houston Radio that a friend reached out to him and told him that someone was interested in him. That someone turned out to be Shawnee. They started texting, and eventually, while Keon was in San Bernardino, California, he invited Shawnee to watch him preach. During an episode of their podcast, Shawnee said the drive was a bit too far for her. So instead, she met him in the lobby of an LA hotel. They went out to eat, and they chatted for 6 hours straight. Shawnee claims this interaction happened in 2020. However, RRG can exclusively confirm that their timeline is a bit off, and we have a strong suspicion that their first encounter actually took place in 2019.
Lord, this finna be messy, ain't it?
In a live stream on YouTube that Keon has since made unlisted, Shawnee can be seen at a women's relationship panel at his church that took place on June 15, 2019. Keon's wife, Felicia, was also in attendance and watching from the audience.
Even though we don't know each other, and even though I know Shawnee and I've met all of the rest of you today.
During the panel, Keon told the audience that Felicia made more money than him.
But that woman right there makes more money on her own. When I met her, she was making more money than I was. My wife could leave me today and wouldn't have to change her standard of living. I made sure of it. If she walked out the door today, she would not be on an air mattress.
So you made sure that you didn't provide enough for your wife, so she had no choice but to be the breadwinner. And you sitting up here bragging about it? Make it make sense. I'm confused. I don't know, Keon. I don't know.
So, as we mentioned, that event took place on June 15th, 2019. Now, Shawnee said she didn't meet Keon until 2020, but the timestamp on the live stream from the women's panel proves that is a bald-faced lie. Now, Shawnee has also referenced that Keon invited her to watch him preach at a San Bernardino church. Well, RRG can also confirm that his speaking engagement at the San Bernardino church took place just a few weeks after Shawnee was speaking at his church. We even found Keon's San Bernardino sermon online, courtesy of this July 6, 2019 YouTube video. So, the correct timeline of their relationship appears to go a little something like this. Shawnee was hired to speak on the women's panel at Keon's church on July 15, 2019. Despite Keon being married at the time, they exchanged contact information, and he invited her to his July 2019 speaking engagement at the San Bernardino church. She turned him down because of the distance and met him in the lobby of his LA hotel instead. So yeah, this all went down in 2019, not in 2020 like Shawnee claims. This also might explain why Keon unlisted the June 2019 video of Shawnee at his church, since the video confirms that they aren't being completely honest about how and when they initially met. Just 4 months after Shawnee spoke at his church, Keon filed for divorce. During a joint speaking engagement, Keon stated that the next time he saw Shawnee was on Christmas when she flew into Texas to surprise him. He was depressed and frustrated about spending Christmas alone. His ex-wife later dropped their daughter off to spend time with him. One can only assume that Keon is referring to Christmas 2019, which was 2 months after he filed for divorce from Felicia. And yep, Shawnee left her 5 kids in the dust so she could spend a portion of Christmas Day with Keon and his daughter.
She left her kids at home to come be with my kid in my mama house.
Before they eat me up, I literally went for amount of hours and went back home to my babies.
Despite Shawnee dropping everything to be with him, Keon said they were just friends. During his church's annual Cry Out conference, he stated that he and Shawnee were both wounded by divorce since Shawnee had 2 divorces to her name as well. For more information about her dating history, be sure to check the link in our description box. So anyway, Keon stated, "I didn't want to get married and stay married because I was afraid to get divorced again."
Now say, what now? Why just jump straight to divorce? How about, first of all, make sure that this is a person you want to get married, get some premarital counseling. You a pastor, you don't know this? And then if stuff start going left, you get some more counseling, see if you can work it out. Like, why is your thought process, if it ain't working out, I don't want to just stay married, I need to just go ahead and get a divorce? What the hell is you talking about, Keon?
He also admitted that he started to self-sabotage, and he missed 6 to 8 months of happiness with Shawnee because he wasn't happy with himself. As for Shawnee, on an episode of their The Grow Zone podcast, she said she had never dated a pastor before, and she was scared that Keon would be too boring for her.
Boring? Pastors are some of the freakiest men in the... You know what? Let me mind my business.
But apparently, Shawnee showed up in his life at just the right time. Keon said he was actually looking for someone who understood that his whole life wasn't confined to a sanctuary. He added that he wanted someone who could let me access that side of me without feeling judged. Things were so easy between them that Keon couldn't help but fall for her. He told People magazine, "I felt like the day I met her, I felt like I knew her. That kind of natural transmission between souls that meet, it's amazing." He got over his fears, and he admitted that because his divorce was so messy and drawn out, he decided to start dating Shawnee before his divorce was finalized. He said,
I made a decision that I was going to start dating her before the divorce was final because I wasn't going to let somebody holding up the divorce show me how I could live my life.
Love is messy, you feel what you feel, but you do what you're supposed to do. In the meantime, you get your divorce, you show your current wife respect, your current children respect, then you move on. Damn. And listen, bitches, y'all ain't special. I mean, you are, but you ain't. What I mean by that is, Shawnee should have paid attention to how Keon treated his ex-wife. Now, if he gonna do that and lean out on her before the divorce is final, Shawnee, what make you think he won't do the same thing with you? Or if he lacks the ability to show self-control before his divorce is finalized, what the hell make you think he's suddenly gonna get self-control with your ass? Pay attention, bitches.
Almost 3 years after filing for divorce, his divorce was finalized in 2021. According to Professor Blackmore's YouTube channel, the divorce decree revealed
this boy ain't got no real property whatsoever prior to or after the marriage. This boy is so broke that if you rob him, your ass will be in debt.
She messy as hell.
Felicia was awarded $5,000 per month in spousal support until March 2023 and child support until their daughter reached the age of 18. She was also awarded a house, money in 2 bank accounts, $53,000 in profit from a house they sold, a 2016 Land Rover, and 7 business entities. Shawnee and Keon went public with their relationship sometime around July 2021, and he proposed in November 2021. She told People magazine her children loved him, and he really stepped up and filled a void in their lives. Looking toward their future, she said she couldn't wait to build a legacy together. During an April 2022 appearance at Bishop T.D. Jakes' Potter's House Church, Keon, despite having 2 failed marriages under his belt, told parishioners,
"This is my mother. She was the first lady until I got one." And this has been my prayer warrior for 40 years.
Oh, so he's a mama's boy. Is that what you're trying to say?
In May 2022, 47-year-old Shawnee and 41-year-old Keon got married in Anguilla, and Bishop Jakes officiated the ceremony. VH1 cameras captured the event for a reality show centered around the couple's nuptials. We're unsure if they have a prenup.
Shawnee, I'm telling your ass right now, if you didn't get that ninja to sign a prenup, you need to meet me outside, ho. We finna come to blows. I'm finna whoop your ass. I'm just playing. But girl, please tell me you ain't this dumb.
Although Keon was a bit apprehensive about getting married on TV, he later told BET that it was the right thing to do, especially since his 15,000 church members were unable to attend the ceremony and they wanted to be a part of his special day. They love their time in Anguilla so much they donated a park to the Caribbean island, and they plan on retiring there one day. Following their ceremony, Shawnee surprised her new husband with a month-long honeymoon. She told People magazine she chartered a yacht in Monaco, and they sailed down the coast of France before finishing their trip in Italy.
She trying to raise my blood pressure, ain't she?
Upon their return to the States, they settled down in a $3 million home in Houston. Professor Blackmore's YouTube channel confirmed that the property records show that the home is owned by someone else, and Shawnee and Keon are renters. Shawnee has assumed the role of his first lady, and on the church's website, he describes her as his forever wife. He told People magazine that they're committed to making sure things never get old between them. He added, "Every day we wake up, try to figure out how to make sure it feels as good as it was in the beginning." During a 2022 interview with Mind Blowing magazine, Shawnee said it felt good to finally have the man she had been dreaming about her whole life. She added, "You want your hero, your knight in shining armor guy to come along and sweep you off your feet, and it took a while to get there. It is a new beginning for me."
Ma'am, this ain't no knight. This is a joker on a donkey, okay? That's what this is.
And then came January 2024. A rapper named Loose Cannon told the No Jumper podcast that while Shawnee was with Keon, he was beating Shawnee's cheeks to smithereens.
That sounds fun as hell.
Loose Cannon said Shawnee was pretty much his sugar mama, and she purchased him a couple of expensive watches. He also alleged that Shawnee contacted him before her wedding.
Shawnee O'Neal, she know what's up. I fucked like 2 weeks before she got married to the pastor.
Oh,
she
my
was like,
God. You gotta get her divorced. Stop it.
No, she told me, she was like, "I need some good dick before I go down the aisle." I said, "Crib, I got you. What you got for me?"
Oh,
she was
God.
like,
She reportedly offered him $10,000, but he told her that wasn't enough. When Loose Cannon pulled up to her spot, Shawnee handed him $50,000, and they proceeded to bump uglies.
Now wait just one damn minute. He broke and he ain't got no good. Shawnee, what? Now you... Girl. Come on now. What is the angle? Are we being punked?
As of this video, Lighthouse Church has 4 locations around Houston and offers members the option to tune in to virtual church services. However, in July 2024, the main campus suffered significant damage after Hurricane Beryl swept through the city. A spokesman for the church revealed they were still assessing the complete extent of the damage, but they knew the building wouldn't be usable in the foreseeable future. Many of the rooms had water damage, and the electrical system had been compromised. Despite the damage, they were grateful that no one from the church was injured during the storm. About a month after the storm, Keon told parishioners that not only did he want to rebuild the main campus, but he wanted to start over with an even bigger house of faith. He said, "I want to increase the size of our sanctuary by 2. I want to double the size of it so that no one who has an opportunity to get in is turned away because we don't have a seat." Instead of waiting for the insurance money to get dispersed,
God gave me a vision, and he said we can do it in 21 days. I'm asking 2,100 people to give $2,100 in the next 21 days.
someone in the comments section responded, "Call Shaq."
Yeah, broke ninja. Shaq said, "Now why am I in? You better wait for that insurance money to kick in, ninja, with your begging ass. Broke ninja."
As of this video, it's unclear if he has received the full amount of his request, although he still has a couple of weeks until he reaches his deadline. As for now, Keon and Shawnee are focused on the other campuses, and they have participated in a few marriage conferences. On one hand, some people think that 2 people who've been married 3 times each have enough experience to share with other couples, while others think Shawnee and Keon need to sit their asses down somewhere, since they're still newlyweds and they haven't experienced a long and successful marriage.
In other words, don't nobody want to take relationship advice from 2 people who can't maintain a happy relationship. They need to be the ones taking notes and figuring out how to make things work this time around. That's what the hell they need to do. Reverse. Put this shit in reverse and sit y'all ass out in the audience.
Shawnee and Keon celebrated their 2nd wedding anniversary in 2024, and although this story has been a hot, stinking mess from the jump, we wish them nothing but the best.
Bestie, you so damn messy, and I love it.
Kirk Frost and Rashida have showcased their relationship since 2012, when Love and Hip Hop Atlanta first premiered. Through the years, viewers have described their marriage as a hot, stinking mess, and we can't say we disagree. In fact, there are so many accusations, theories, and rumors about their relationships that have led many to wonder if Kirk and Rashida are the real deal or if they're both full of boo-boo. Before we get into today's video, it's time to feed 'em snacks and make 'em wanna marry me. To give you better insight into their relationship, we gotta take you back to the 90s when Harlem native Kirk Linnell Frost founded D-Lo record label.
Okay, wait a minute. You said D-Lo record label. Baby, everybody know what D-Lo mean. What he say is stand. Never mind.
At some point, he fathered 4 children with multiple women, and he also had an encounter with Da Brat. On an episode of Dish Nation, Da Brat said Kirk wrote his number down on the backs of 20 $100 bills and asked her to call him.
So how fast did you call him? The next day.
I know you did.
I did. No, I didn't want to seem desperate, but I did call the next day.
She entertained him for a minute, and apparently he was dropping bags on her.
Oh.
Well, I got a Lincoln Navigator. I got quite a few things,
What?
though, from
From
the
him?
situation.
From him?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all on the first date?
Not the first date, maybe throughout the course of a little while.
Things between them fizzled out. Meanwhile, Rashida Wadad Buckner was born in Decatur, Illinois. For most of her early years, she trained to be a gymnast and even traveled to Texas to practice with legendary gymnastics coach Bella Caroli. In 1990, her family relocated to Atlanta. She met two girls at her new school, and they formed a rap group called The Capers. They eventually got signed to Kirk's D-Lo record label. Because Rashida was underage at the time, she had to have her mother Shirlene's consent to sign the deal. We're unable to confirm the online claims that Kirk actually adopted Rashida when she was a teenager. Now, the specifics surrounding Rashida's first deal and her initial interactions with Kirk are a bit murky. However, we uncovered this 2013 blog post from Hollywood Street King that spills some piping hot tea.
Say it with me, besties. Here we go. Here we go.
The blogger states that Rashida was 15 and Kirk was 23 when they first started dating. An insider told the blog that Rashida's mom, Shirlene, gave her blessing because she was too preoccupied with her alleged substance addiction. Over here at RRG, we're calling BS on this allegation, and we're unable to corroborate the allegations.
I see what you did, bestie. Trying to cover your ass, ain't you? Ain't you? Very mindful, very demure.
The Capers released their first album in 1998, but they broke up in 1999 after all three group members decided to pursue solo careers. Rashida continued releasing solo albums on Kirk's label, and he also became her manager.
God, no wonder her career ain't popping.
Now, please keep in mind that not much is known about Kirk and Rashida's relationship prior to them signing up to appear on Love and Hip Hop, because in all honesty, neither of them has ever been famous enough to be followed by paparazzi or to have their tea spilled in old-school tabloid magazines. Kirk and Rashida are incredibly tight-lipped about where they first met and when they started dating.
I think we were in business before we was even in a relationship.
Yeah, we were. Time came around and somebody had said something about Rashida and something in me, and then we wound up liking each other years later.
And there you
still
have
here.
In addition to that, they are oddly obsessed with concealing their ages. Many believe that one reason they refuse to acknowledge their ages is because they're trying to hide the truth about their age difference. Online sources state that Rashida was born on May 25th, 1982.
1982? Tell that lie to somebody else, honey.
Naturally, Rashida hasn't done much to confirm or correct this information. However, when she and Kirk confirmed that they tied the knot in December 1999, fans did the math, and based on online sources claiming Rashida was born in 1982, it meant that she was 17 when she became a bride. Online blogs also claimed that Kirk was 31 at the time of their wedding. From there, folks started calling Kirk Kelly.
Yeah, not Kirk Kelly. They so damn messy. And that's what they get for lying. Hell, when you tell one lie, you gotta cover it up with another lie. Tell the truth and shame the devil, honey.
Rashida and Kirk were forced to confront all of the rumors head on.
Okay, for all the people who's minding my business.
These mathematicians and rocket scientists out here.
First of all, I ain't gonna adopt Rashida. I'm not interested in adopting Rashida. I would definitely not be in there marrying nobody at motherfucking 17 and I'm 31.
I damn sure wasn't thinking about getting married at 17.
For the record, I'm not gonna tell nobody's age, but I'm not even gonna say what I need to say, but trust me, I'm not interested in marrying a minor.
You probably noticed that although they denied the rumors, they still refused to tell their ages. But guess what, besties? We were able to get to the bottom of this mystery. We know that Rashida was born on May 25th, and that is the same day that her celebrity friends always give her a birthday shout-out. To confirm her birth year, we had to dig a bit deeper. Let's take a look at Exhibit A. This is a newspaper clipping from August 1998 about Rashida's old rap group, The Capers. The article states that at the time, Rashida and her group mates were all 22. So this would mean that she was born in 1976, not in 1982. Now, if that's not enough evidence, let's look at Exhibit B, a March 2nd, 1988 newspaper clipping, where Rashida was highlighted for being a part of her school's spelling bee. The article describes her as an 11-year-old 6th grader. Therefore, if Rashida was 11 on March 2nd, 1988, this also confirms that she was indeed born in 1976.
Okay, bestie, I see. Run them dates. Get them facts. Shoot, can't mess with us.
Based on those two pieces of evidence, we're certain that Rashida's date of birth is May 25th, 1976, and she was 23 when she married Kirk in December 1999. As for Kirk, he was born on January 30th. We found a January 9th, 2017 court filing posted on Bossip website, which revealed that he was 47 at the time. This means his birth year is most likely 1969, and he was 30 when he and Rashida got married. So anyway, back to those rumors about Rashida being underage when they started dating. Like we mentioned, Kirk and Rashida denied the allegations that he adopted her, and that she was only 17 when they tied the knot. However, online users dug up this video of Rashida during a night out with some friends, including media personality Ebony Electra. In the video, Ebony can be heard saying that she has known Rashida since she was 17. Now, let's listen closely to what Ebony had to say after that.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
The only nigga back then that had the flyest ass cars, and that's the only reason your ass went up to her high school and got her pretty ass, okay? And now we here how many years later? How about that? How about that?
Hold up, hold up.
And that's the only reason your ass went up to her high school. Your ass went up to her high school.
That's nasty as hell.
So, yeah, there's the tea straight from the horse's mouth. Rashida's own friend confirmed that she was in high school when Kirk pursued her, and Rashida confirmed that she wanted to get with the ninja with the fly-ass car. Now, if that isn't crazy enough, during an episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, K. Michelle got into it with Rashida after K. Michelle opened up about her ex-boyfriend, Mickey Memphis Wright, allegedly putting his hands on her. Rashida didn't want to believe the allegations because Memphis was married to her friend, Toya Johnson Rushing, at the time. One of K. Michelle's closest friends decided to insert themselves into the situation after K. Michelle was accused of lying and faking her story of domestic violence. The friend took to social media and stated that Rashida was nothing but a homewrecker and that Kirk was married when he and Rashida first started dating. And then during an October 2012 interview with Madame Noir website, K. Michelle was asked about Rashida's claims that K. Michelle was bitter and jealous that she couldn't be married to a man like Kirk. K. Michelle responded, "No offense to Kirk Frost, but he has 3 earring holes in his ear. That's not the kind of husband that I want anyway."
3 holes in the ear for a dude is kind of wild.
Being on reality TV opened the couple up to even more crazy rumors. In 2012, an online user claimed Kirk slept with his own stepdaughter and got her pregnant. Rashida and Kirk denied those allegations as well. While all that was happening, social media users dug up a 2006 song by Gucci Mane called "I Shook Them Haters Off." In the song, Gucci goes the hell off on Kirk, Rashida, and a guy named Marlon Big Cat Rowe, who's the co-owner of Big Cat Records, which Gucci was signed to at the start of his career. Unfortunately, we can't play the song for you due to copyright laws. But Auntie Regina is warming up her vocal cords to give you a little taste of what Gucci says on the track.
Me. Now you the type of old as hell still trying to rap. And I'm the type of young as hell and I run the trap. Now you the type of freak, say, lick your Georgia peach. You married to a lame and that lame don't want no beef. Now he the type of nigga that an old lame ass bitch won't. Ain't never drunk no bill. Ain't never wrote no blunt. Now she the type of girl, ain't got no ass on her back. No Kirk ain't got no money. I heard she f***ing cat.
Gucci doesn't stop there, though. He goes on to accuse Kirk of getting his back blown out by a guy named Jace.
What in the D-Lo is going on here?
For anyone who's interested in listening to the entire song, we'll drop a link to the track in our description box. As Rashida and Kirk continued to voluntarily showcase their relationship on episodes of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, viewers began to notice that their relationship was toxic as hell. From the numerous infidelities to Kirk getting an exotic dancer named Jasmine Washington pregnant. In court documents, Jasmine claimed Kirk gave her a monthly allowance and a car in exchange for allowing Kirk to blow her back out.
That sounds fun as hell.
Their affair resulted in the 2016 birth of their son, Cannon. Jasmine alleged that after giving birth, Kirk stopped giving her money and took the car back when she dumped him.
Kirk is still trying to. I've told him he's not giving me enough. He's told me, okay, I can give you more. Yeah. As long as we're.
There have been rumors that Kirk isn't Cannon's father and that Jasmine is a paid actress. However, those rumors were shot down after Jasmine took Kirk to court and requested $10,000 per month in child support. Sources report that they settled out of court.
So the agreement was that you get Cannon the third weekend of every month. Do you do that?
No, we didn't really agree to that because the last time...
It's signed on paper.
Some people refuse to believe that someone as beautiful as Rashida would allow a man like Kirk to play in her face by having a child outside of their marriage. Even Nicki Minaj has shown her disgust after watching the episode of Kirk kissing another woman named Alexis Mary Jane Miller in a hot tub during the time his wife Rashida was pregnant with their second child, which made Kirk a father of 7. Nicki hopped on Twitter to blast Kirk for being so ugly towards Rashida and for putting their issues on display just for a reality TV check. Nicki also told Kirk that if he's trying to make people believe he isn't gay, he needs to go about it in a different way.
Yeah. Y'all better leave Kirk and his 3 earrings alone.
Kirk went on to accuse Rashida of cheating on him. He also questioned whether their unborn child was his and suggested Rashida terminate the pregnancy. Again, most people couldn't believe Rashida would tolerate the disrespect, but their castmate Lil Scrappy said it best.
This what I know. What? This woman right here, no matter what this man do, she gonna stay with him.
Eject yourself from the situation, you dumb bird.
Rashida's mom, Charlene, told VH1 that she always tried to treat Kirk like a son, but once he started hurting her daughter, she felt the need to step in. Charlene added, "It got to the point where I needed to step in and kind of take control to let him understand that you can't just do anything to people and not suffer the consequences." Faithful viewers of the show will never forget the scene where Charlene gave Kirk a piece of her mind by demolishing his bike.
Probably need to move that damn bike out the way.
Do you need to move it?
Yes, Miss Charlene. Go on and put that thing in reverse.
How you like that? Get out of my way, Rashida.
When asked which castmate she'd rather see her daughter with, Charlene answered, "The only person that I really like that I just think is too cute is Young Jock."
Oh, hell nah, not the Sperminator. Shorty is trippy. You tripping, girl.
As the seasons progressed, all signs continued to point toward their ratchet marriage being nothing more than a scripted storyline. Even Wendy Williams claimed Kirk and Rashida were trying to dethrone Jocelyn and Stevie J as the show's most popular couple. Wendy added, "And you and your husband, or whatever you want to call that animal, you all did this as a plot to get popular on this show. It's a shame what people will do to stay on this reality TV. This is worse than the Kardashians." During a chat with VH1, Rashida addressed Wendy's allegations that she was trying to finesse VH1 for a check by saying, "Wendy can say what she want to say, but she's sitting there with her pork chop and her noodles watching Love and Hip Hop Atlanta on Monday nights at 8 o'clock. So I guess that's all that really matters." And then Rashida shocked fans and her castmates when she dropped a bombshell during a 2019 episode.
I ain't always been perfect in my marriage. We've had dishonesty from both sides of us in this marriage. We've had infidelities from both sides of us in this marriage. What?
Oh my God.
Rashida.
An online user responded, "If this is true, she didn't cheat enough. She is still owed about 10 more cheats and a baby." In the end, Rashida told Essence magazine that it's important to own up to the messiness of their relationship. She said, "If you're going to step into the realm of reality television where everybody's watching, just walk your walk." In December 2024, Kirk and Rashida will celebrate 25 years of marriage. No matter how strange we think their relationship is, we wish them many more years of love and ratchetness.
I've announced that me and Hallie are split, right? It's life. It happens, right? She's still family. I love her to death, no matter what.
Now that Daryl DDG Granberry has confirmed his relationship with Halle Bailey is over, many of their fans aren't surprised. Their romance was full of tomfoolery from the jump, and today we'll be exposing all the red flags in their messy relationship. Before Hallie's sister Chloe drags us for being in her sister's business, don't forget to scoop up something to munch on at rrgsnacks.com, our online concession stand that has an assortment of Applewood smoked bacon jerky, green apple licorice, butter toffee peanuts, and guess what, besties? Our gummy sour peach rings are finally back in stock. This story begins in 2015 when Hallie came across some of DDG's music videos. From there, she forgot about him for a while. Years later, she saw that he was dropping new music, and she gravitated toward one particular song. Oddly enough, DDG had been stalking Hallie's Instagram account around that same time. After seeing her post about one of his favorite 50 Cent songs, he slid into her DMs. They started chatting, and Hallie told him she was a longtime fan of his YouTube channel and his music. From there, they had their first public outing at a January 2022 Usher concert. DDG told the Shade Room that Hallie had to carry the entire conversation on their first date. They became Instagram official in March of that same year. In May 2022, he hopped on Twitter to write, "All I'm missing in my life is a child." Many people took this as a sign that he was going to try to knock Hallie up, and they told her she needed to get the hell away from him. Months later, DDG stated that Hallie had changed his life for the better. He said Hallie motivated him to be better and work harder since she was making so many moves in her career, including snagging the role of Ariel in the live-action version of The Little Mermaid. She was also working on her first solo album after branching out from making music with her sister, Chloe. They collaborated on some music, and months later, he seemingly dedicated his new song to her called In Love with a Mermaid. In the song, DDG raps, "I fell in love with you from the start. You know you're amazing, you a star. Fell in love with you because of who you are. Was looking like a fool, but you saved me from the dark. Them VVS is cool, should've bought your ass a car."
Is he rapping or is he singing?
Perhaps some of their younger fans admired their relationship, but Hallie's internet aunties could see all of the red flags right away. In February 2023, he removed all photos of Hallie from his Instagram. They also unfollowed each other on the app, which led many to believe there was trouble in paradise. He fueled breakup rumors after tweeting, "All these girls are the same.
And all you ninjas are the same too, okay?"
He refollowed Hallie after his tweet went viral, but still, social media users thought he was trying to create drama to outshine Hallie upon the upcoming release of the live-action version of The Little Mermaid, and her fans begged her to drop him. Behind the scenes, DDG was even messier than people suspected. His ex-girlfriend Ruby Rose posted screenshots of DMs that he had sent her on the same day he tweeted about all girls being the same. In the messages, he asked Ruby if she was still in LA, and once Ruby mentioned that he was hitting her up on the same day he was going through drama with Hallie, DDG responded, "LOL, you right. Let me go heal first." After getting put on blast, DDG tweeted, "I know it looks bad, but it ain't what it seems. Swear to God, that it's just evil." Later, after the Shade Room started chronicling the story, DDG responded in the comments section that Ruby's screenshots were computer generated. He also painted Ruby as an ex who still desired him and had been obsessing over him for years. There were a couple of things wrong with his statement. To start, he slid into Ruby's DMs in an attempt to link up, and she was the one who curved him. Online users hoped the public embarrassment would be enough for Hallie to walk away. Instead, it appeared very clear that she was going to continue to allow DDG to play in her face. She took to her Twitter to write, "The devil is working, LOL. Please don't feed into the lies, especially from a third party. Stay blessed, everyone." One social media user responded, "I remember when I was this easily manipulated." Another person added, "Hallie, stand up, baby. Him going back and forth with her like this should tell you all you need to know." On April 1st, 2023, DDG posted a sonogram with the caption, "Can't wait to be your dad." Fans assumed the mama was Hallie, so they took to her Instagram account and called her a dummy for getting knocked up by him. About 4 hours later, DDG returned to the app formerly known as Twitter to confirm it was just a little April Fool's jokey joke, but no one was laughing. Although he's known for pulling pranks and trolling online, some people had a bad feeling that his stunt was a precursor to his desire to put a bun in Hallie's oven. By May 2023, Hallie made it clear in an interview with People magazine that she was in love with DDG. She also called her relationship a transformative experience. Hallie's internet aunties weren't trying to hear all that, though. Based on DDG's actions, they believed Hallie could do a lot better, and they didn't think he deserved to be with someone like her. Online users would criticize her whenever she invited DDG to be her +1 at industry events. Some people thought he was using her for clout to access her connections in the entertainment industry. Others begged her to drop his ass ahead of the release of The Little Mermaid, so he wouldn't have the opportunity to pull some kind of stunt beforehand to embarrass her. In a May 2023 interview with Glamour magazine, Halle confirmed that she heard all the online chatter loud and clear. She said that knowing there were so many opinions about her sometimes made it difficult for her to mentally navigate through the entertainment industry. In the end, she said to maintain her peace and sanity, she was going to keep her private life private moving forward. However, DDG lives his life online as a YouTuber, and it was apparent that he wasn't about to slow down with sharing bits of their relationship on the internet. The Little Mermaid hit theaters in May 2023, and during the UK premiere, Halle held hands with her co-star Jonah Hauer-King, who played Prince Eric. Halle's fans went absolutely crazy over the images and encouraged Halle to leave DDG in her rearview mirror and get her jungle fever on with Jonah. Someone who was noticeably quiet through it all was DDG. But he didn't keep his lips sealed for long. In July 2023, he released a song called Famous that explicitly confirmed what a lot of people already knew. He was jealous of Halle. In case you're one of the billions of people who don't listen to his music,
Bestie, you so damn messy.
the song goes a little something like this. Me. I'm trying to figure out what we gonna do. How we gonna get to the top? Filming a movie now, you kissing dudes. You know I love you a lot. I don't give a fuck if that shit for promo. I don't want to see this shit no more. Why is y'all holding hands in the photo? You know I'm insecure, that's a no-no. He goes on to say that the hardest thing he's ever done was fall in love with a famous bitch. And he wants to leave the relationship, but he's too attached. Well, the internet lit his ass up and called him a failed YouTube rapper. Another online user called him an insecure, small, little man and a whole loser. Her fans couldn't believe he was turning her budding career into a spectacle, and a Reddit user bashed him for throwing a tantrum during one of the biggest moments in her career. He addressed the backlash in a video, stating that the song was just a song and that everyone needed to relax. In other words, it was another one of his stunts. Halle's solo debut single, Angel, was released at the start of August. Instead of her fans focusing on her new music, the attention shifted to allegations that she's pregnant. A writer at Toya's World blog wrote that if Halle is indeed pregnant by a paranoid, immature rapper who cannot handle her flourishing career, then that's Halle's business. Later on, during a Snapchat Q&A session, Halle told fans she did her best to stay off social media as she prepared to welcome her son. In October 2024, Disney removed Halle from consideration for an Oscar nomination in the Best Original Song category for the song For the First Time from The Little Mermaid. Many people suspected Disney made the move to remove her from consideration because she was pregnant out of wedlock and perhaps didn't want Halle to tarnish their wholesome image. Fans dragged Halle for fumbling the Disney bag for an immature Dusty like DDG. The couple announced the birth of their son Halo in a January 2024 Instagram post. DDG told Jason Lee that the pregnancy was unplanned. He added, "We weren't aiming for a baby, but it just kind of happened."
If you have an unprotected boot knocking, then yes, you are aiming for a baby.
The day following the announcement of their new bundle of joy, it was clear DDG was ready to capitalize off of his journey into parenthood. In a YouTube video, he said, "Me and Halle had a baby together. I wouldn't choose no other person in the world to have a child with. We learning. She's a great mom. Like, it's crazy. She's amazing." As for Halle, she shared precious moments from her pregnancy, labor, and delivery. She also admitted she photoshopped her baby bump in several of her online photos to keep her pregnancy a secret. While Halle thought it was hilarious, some online users were ticked off. Because of her deceiving Instagram photos, they felt she was nothing but a liar. One person tweeted, "I don't think people are mad she hid her pregnancy. People are more so annoyed that she went out of her way to lie and gaslight about it. Then she shaded people and called them desperate. Now she wants those same desperate people to know every little detail." Halle took to Twitter to state, "I'll never understand why you are mad. I protected my own peace. Wouldn't you do the same? And I'm going to share my pics now if I want to because my son is here safely. If you don't want to see it, just keep scrolling, baby. LOL, God bless you."
God said, now why am I in it?
3 months later, fans noticed the couple had unfollowed each other on Instagram and removed some of their photos from their timelines. They also noticed DDG was nowhere to be seen when Halle supported her sister Chloe's solo set at Coachella.
And what is the living situation? How is he constantly breaking up and getting back together with somebody else? And when he lived with Holly and the baby, don't they live together?
They were forced to release a statement via TMZ, where their rep confirmed they were still together. During an appearance on the Keep It 100 podcast, DDG was asked if he would propose to Halle.
Yeah, eventually. The whole baby stuff is not planned.
Right.
You know, so it's just like, you know, I kind of don't want to plan that either. I mean, I got to plan it, but we got to move at our own pace at this point.
Right.
You know, Auntie Regina always come with a message for you young women. When a ninja say that he'll marry you eventually, leave him. Let him come see the baby. Cut off romance immediately. Ain't no eventually. Wrong answer, ninja. Wrong answer.
But then 1 month later, in May 2024, a girl named Sunny exposed DDG for being in her DMs and claimed that he engaged in three-way activity with her and an unknown person. In July 2024, they finally revealed Halo's face, and as of this video, DDG has made Halo the focal point of his social media content. Halo has gone viral several times, and for one particular video that acquired 17 million views, DDG expressed disappointment that Halo's content only generated $3,000 in revenue.
$3,000, bro.
3 racks. 17 million views.
Racks, but
TikTok, y'all dead ass wrong.
People accused him of exploiting his son and begged Halle to put a stop to DDG using the baby for a check.
Everybody else baby on the internet, and some we don't even want to look at and ain't half as talented as Halo, so let Halo go viral.
The couple attended an Usher concert in September 2024, and DDG was caught intercepting a cherry that Usher was trying to feed Halle. Although it was a lighthearted and fun moment, drama was brewing behind the scenes. In October 2024, DDG announced their breakup. In an Instagram story, he wrote, "I cherish the time we spent together and the love we shared. Despite the changes in our relationship, our love for each other remains deep and true. We are still best friends and adore each other." Many people noticed that the announcement didn't mention Halo or the couple's desire to amicably co-parent. And since DDG is known for trolling, some think the breakup announcement is a publicity stunt. As of this video, Halle has yet to confirm their breakup. Joe Budden discussed the breakup on his podcast by saying DDG was clout chasing and using Halle for fame. Joe said,
"Every time I see his name, it's attached to hers, and it's typically in some clout chaser fashion. So that makes me look at him a different way, and hopefully I get to look at him a lot less now that they've broken up."
Well, DDG didn't take his comments lightly and proceeded to drag Joe for his age and lack of musical accomplishments.
Start asking your kids about me. I don't appeal to 45-year-olds that I'm richer than.
Pump it up.
I ain't gonna lie, I looked up his accolades and it made me feel way better about myself. That's why I don't really have respect for Joe Budden. I did a little research. You a deadbeat dad. And you could tell that he a deadbeat just by how he talk.
While all that was going on, footage from DDG's podcast hit the internet. In the video, DDG said he would tell his younger self to avoid a romantic commitment. He advised men to grind and get their ducks in a row before getting a girlfriend. He added there are restrictions and expectations when locked into a relationship, especially with work-life balance. He added, "You gotta always consider their feelings, so it's like you can't really work how you wanna work. And if I can tell myself something at age 22, I would tell myself not to get into a relationship because it's damn near like having a part-time job." Many people took this as a sign that DDG had regrets about his relationship with Halle and was never planning to commit himself to her 100%. As of this video, Halle's Instagram comments are flooded with people telling her that she should have listened when they warned her about DDG. Others expressed disappointment that the couple broke up before their son even turned 1, while others think the breakup is for the best. One social media user wrote, "By the way, people who are celebrating Halle Bailey and DDG breaking up is because we all know she can do better." Considering these two have had numerous splits and public drama, we wouldn't be surprised if they reconciled.
She's still family. I love her to death, no matter what. Everything's still good. Never know what the future holds.
But for now, we'll continue to dodge these red flags so they don't bust us upside the head.
Who was interested first? Who said I love you first? Who cleans more? Who spends the most money? Who is most likely to start an argument?
In November 2019, we shared a video about Jordan Sparks and her husband, Dana Isaiah Thomas. At the time, we considered their relationship a love story. But as time progressed, things are leaning more towards their marriage being a hot, stinking mess. To give you more insight into this story, we have to take you back to 2007, when Jordan became the youngest American Idol winner in history. As she was thrust into the spotlight, her private life became everybody's business. Jordan made it clear she was wearing a purity ring, and she intended on waiting until after she got married to get her back blown out. In 2011, 22-year-old Jordan started dating 22-year-old fellow singer Jason Derulo. A year after they became an item, Jordan said goodbye to her purity ring. She told the Today Show she always thought waiting until marriage was a good idea. However, she added, "I can't say what's going to happen a couple of months from now. People grow."
Yeah, that lusty feeling was growing, wasn't it? That hot sensation.
After 3 years of dating, they got into a small argument right before she was leaving on a trip. She told The Breakfast Club she apologized and thought everything was okay. He helped her to her car, kissed her, told her he loved her, and then he never called her again. People magazine reported that Jason celebrated his newfound freedom by having a boys' night out with Ashton Kutcher, Jamie Foxx, Robin Thicke, and Diddy.
Diddy? Oh, hell.
Meanwhile, Jordan was tweeting things like, "I just wrote the saddest song of my life."
Girl, if you don't shut the hell up, put your freakum dress on and find you another ninja.
Jason later told The Breakfast Club that Jordan was pressuring him to get married, and their frequent arguments prompted him to end things. Jason moved on and later made Jenna Frumes a single mother.
Y'all messy as hell.
As the dust settled, Jordan told Angela Yee that the relationship taught her that she needed to slow down. She said, "Let's get to know each other first, and then we'll decide if we want to dive in to make a commitment to one another or be boyfriend and girlfriend." 8 months later, in May 2015, she announced she had moved on with Sage the Gemini. A year later, it was all over, and Sage's ex-girlfriend leaked an audio conversation where Sage could be heard saying that his relationship with Jordan was a publicity stunt.
Everything was horrible. I guess it was damn. She got on my nerves. I want to stab her. Don't get me wrong. Like, she cool. She level-headed. She whatever. But, but she's not no regular person. Like, hearing that shit was fake or whatever. But Jordan gave me $70,000 to put down on his house, whatever, So, of course, she's been here and shit. But I'm like, we can't do nothing. Like, I say a joke and she don't laugh. And I'm like, I know I'm funny.
Oh, poor JJ.
So yeah, Jordan was striking out left and right in the dating department. From there, she decided to try something new. She decided it was time to love herself first, and in January 2017, she committed herself to a life of celibacy. The following month, she was in Houston with her mom, Jody, for a charity event. While there, Jody met the woman who was running the charity, and they hit it off. A month after meeting, the woman asked Jody if Jordan would speak to her son and talk him out of moving to Los Angeles to pursue a modeling career. Since Jordan was living in Los Angeles at the time and she knew the industry all too well, she agreed to chat with the woman's son. Jordan told the Knot website she was added to a group chat, which included her mom, the woman, and the woman's son, Dana. After texting daily for a month, Dana flew to Los Angeles for an agency meeting. He also made time to meet Jordan in person for the first time. Jordan told ET Online that things moved quickly, and on the second day that they met up, she already knew he was her future husband.
What happened to taking things slow, Jordan?
Slow down. I just want to get to know you.
Hey!
Here lies a recurring pattern in Jordan's life. She tends to fall for people quickly, and she jumps right in without really getting to know her partners and their intentions. Either way, she and Dana started their own chat thread so they could get to know each other better. They quickly bonded over their tight-knit families and shared Christian faith. They also discussed not moving in together until they became husband and wife.
Slow down, Jordan. Damn.
She told People magazine that they went on their first road trip and he impressed her with his ear for music. She said, "I really appreciated how he was able to transition from one song to the next."
That's all it took, huh? Being a car DJ. All right then, okay.
3 months after meeting Jordan, Dana and a group of friends went to Hawaii to have some fun in the sun. Jordan said they hadn't set any firm plans about getting married, but they were open to becoming husband and wife during the trip. They headed out into the ocean with Jordan's friend Morgan, who just so happened to be an ordained minister. Jordan says she turned to Morgan and said, "Why don't you do it right now?" 27-year-old Jordan and 25-year-old Dana got married right then and there, with Jordan wearing a two-piece swimsuit and a flamingo floaty around her waist.
And let me guess, no ring and no prenup, huh? She need her ass beat. Her ass was hot, that's the problem. She was just hot in the ass and ready to get laid. See, that's where you mess up. That's where your vow of celibacy, okay, and your Christian vows get you all twisted in the head. Because if you wasn't hot and lustful in the loins, you might be able to think clearly. I'm worth millions of dollars. Maybe I need a prenup. I might need some legal advice. You know what I'm saying?
In a social media post, Jordan revealed they wanted to wait 2 years to start a family. But just 4 months after their July 2017 wedding, Jordan told People magazine they were expecting a baby.
Dana said, screw them 2 years. I'm trying to secure my future right now.
The first few months of her pregnancy were tough. She told People magazine she was crying a lot and feeling very anxious. Sadly, things in her life were about to get even worse. In January 2018, she lost her stepsister Breonna Jackson to sickle cell anemia. And within a span of a week, she lost her cousin Q. And she also grieved the passing of fellow American Idol contestant Leah LaBelle and Leah's boyfriend, former NBA player Rasul Butler, who lost their lives in a car accident. As she battled through the grief, she was also trying to figure out life as a newlywed. She told In Touch magazine that she and Dana were both type A personalities, so it was hard for them to get comfortable being in each other's space.
That's what your ass get. Didn't nobody tell you to run off and marry the man that you hardly knew, hell?
They decided to share her pregnancy journey in the Lifetime special called Jordan Sparks, A Baby Story. The show also revealed some major troubles in their marriage. Jordan's mom, Jody, revealed she wasn't thrilled about how quickly Jordan and Dana got married. Jody said Dana barely spoke to her, and she accused him of keeping Jordan isolated from her family. Jody said, "She's holed up here, and she's with you, the guy who doesn't talk."
Yeah, fix it, Jesus.
Things got tense from there. Dana told Jordan's mom he didn't put any energy into getting to know her because he didn't feel like Jordan's family had embraced him. And because of that, he stopped caring about being accepted by them. He said, "I have a really cold shoulder, so when I see that, I move on. I don't give a damn." According to a Cambridge University psychologist, 3 out of 4 couples experience significant conflict with their in-laws. However, when a spouse has a problem with a parent in-law, it is the couple's problem to deal with, and they need to approach the conflict as a united front. In the case of Jordan and Dana, there appeared to be a disconnect, with Jordan being stuck in the middle of the conflict. Jordan gave birth to their son DJ in May 2018. By November 2019, all hell broke loose. Dana posted a photo of himself with a woman with her arm draped over his shoulder. The woman was a friend from his childhood, and Dana gave her a shout out for getting him out of the house past 10:30.
Well, that ain't no friend, honey. That's somebody who's trying to break up your marriage, because as a married man with a young child, your ass need to be in the house after 10:30.
Jordan commented on the post, "Aw, I love you both. She's such a treasure." But online users weren't having it. Many saw it as disrespectful for a married man to allow another woman to have her hands all over him. People also noticed that Jordan didn't appear to be with Dana during the outing with his friend.
Exactly. Something wrong with that picture. Something wrong with that picture.
Jordan returned to the comments section to write, "If your significant other is making you cut off your really good, stand-up, been there since forever friends, male or female, get out." Dana also defended himself in the comments by writing, "And that's why a lot of people be in crappy relationships. Y'all don't let y'all man have friends or a life." All signs pointed to Jordan and Dana being on the outs in March 2020, when Dana shared a tweet that read, "You can't force someone to stay married to you, especially after you make them look like a fool publicly twice. God ain't in that." The internet went crazy after his post circulated online. Finally, Dana decided it was time to clarify things by tweeting, "Trust me when I say this. If me and my wife were having issues, none of y'all would know. LOL."
Boy, sit your corny ass down. You just told every damn body.
Some couples threw in the towel while in quarantine, but Jordan told People magazine that the pandemic solidified her marriage. She said, "I do know in my bones, it's just been total confirmation to me that he's the person I'm supposed to be with." She told People magazine that they started working on music together and hired him as her manager.
Oh, hell no. What I tell y'all? She's silly as hell. How many times Auntie Regina gotta tell you bitch to stop doing this shit?
Multiple instances have occurred where a female celebrity has hired her husband to manage her career, and it rarely ends well. We've discussed this topic numerous times, including our Kelly Clarkson and Mary J. Blige videos, which are linked below. Because Dana didn't appear to have a real job before Jordan hired him, fans wondered why she thought he was even qualified to be her manager. Well, Jordan answered that question by telling People magazine, "We both just work really well together. We definitely have a bond that nobody can take away. I'm just really, really grateful to have him by my side."
That still don't answer the damn question, okay? He can be by your side and you have a qualified manager, okay? It's screaming ego. It's screaming I'm a man and I need to look like I have a job, so make me your manager. I'm the star, Ninja. Sit over here and be Mr. Jordan Sparks. That's what you do.
Jordan went the independent route and released her fourth studio album, Cider and Hennessy, in 2020. The album didn't make it on the charts.
So her new manager ain't managing like she thought, huh?
On her birthday in 2023, Dana shared an image of Jordan getting his name tattooed on the back of her thigh. Dana captioned the post, "Tap my name on you so I know it's real."
Y'all married already. Ain't that real enough? The hell he talking about?
When Jordan's fans expressed their disappointment about her new ink, Dana hopped in the comments section to write, "I've had her name tatted on me for 5 years. So all of this, oh my God, it's her birthday and she got his name tatted. Don't lose yourself, sis. Worry about your mother self. We good over here."
Oh, he's sassy, huh? He an angry little thing, ain't he?
Many people see these types of tattoos as the kiss of death for a relationship. A tattoo artist told Rally magazine that couples had wisened up over the years, and the demand for matching tattoos or a significant other's name had drastically decreased over the years. As of this video, Jordan and Dana are still going strong. They don't have any immediate plans to have more children. Jordan told Us Weekly it was difficult enough for her to spread her attention between her husband and her son, so she doesn't think she would have time to even take care of herself if they had another child. Even though some people are convinced that Jordan moved way too fast in her relationship, she's convinced that he's the one. She told People magazine, "When I'm with him, I feel comfort and safety and calm and peace, and those aren't things that I normally felt." Are we on point with these red flags, or do we need to mind our business?
I didn't skeeted in the wrong thing. I got to deal with what come with that.
Danielle Curiel, better known as Danny Lay, was born on December 20th, 1994.
A damn Sagittarius. I knew it.
She moved to Los Angeles with her mom at the age of 16 to pursue a career in the entertainment industry. The Dominican entertainer became a backup dancer for several artists on Def Jam Records and performed under the group name Curly Fries with her sister. She made videos on social media, and it was her content on Vine that caught Prince's attention. He asked her to direct his 2014 Breakfast Can Wait music video and hired her to run his Instagram account. After releasing some songs with Curly Fries, she went solo and was signed to Def Jam Records. The future was bright for the Florida native, but it all came crashing down after a series of missteps and public scandals.
Grand opening, grand closing.
2017 was a busy year. She released her first EP, which included the songs Lurkin' and Play. The following year, she dropped The Plan, that featured the song Easy, which was later made into a remix featuring Chris Brown. She told Esquire magazine that she was inspired by Dominican and Spanish music. She said, "Yeah, I'm a Dominican mommy. It's kind of like a flex." In 2019, DaBaby was preparing to work on his music video for the song Bop. She was hired to co-choreograph the dance routines in the video. At the time, it appeared that their relationship was strictly professional. Danny Lay released her third studio album, My Present, in 2019. The album didn't chart. In February 2020, DaBaby's girlfriend Mariah, also known as Mimi, accused him of conceiving a child with another woman.
This ninja.
Hours later, DaBaby confirmed to fans that he indeed had another baby on the way, which he conceived while he and Mimi were on a break. Despite the drama, Mimi confirmed that she and DaBaby were still together, and they were working on rebuilding their relationship. And then, just a couple weeks later, Mimi hopped on Twitter to call Danny Lay a Squidward-ass whore after fans told her that Danny Lay was subtweeting her.
Okay, number one, what the is Squidward?
Mimi also confirmed that Danny Lay blocked her on the social media platform. She followed up by calling Danny Lay obsessed, and Danny Lay fired back by telling Mimi to go get a job.
Yeah.
While all that was going on, DaniLeigh dropped her new song, Levi High, featuring DaBaby. In the song, DaniLeigh sings, Levi High jeans sitting right, keep that ass up. Instagram flex, basic hoes getting gassed up. Niggas in my face, boy, bye, nigga, back up. I'm a city girl, it's only right that I act up.
Yeah. Wait a minute now.
Did she say
twice? Okay, little girl.
During the pandemic, DaniLeigh and DaBaby quarantined together, and once fans found out, they didn't take the news lightly. Many people accused DaniLeigh of being a homewrecker. By July 2020, it appeared that DaBaby had bopped on back to Mimi after Mimi told her child during an Instagram live session to stop messing with Daddy's toothbrush.
Why they let that itty-bitty man bounce back and forth between them like that? That don't make no sense.
And then in August 2020, DaBaby posted a series of tweets that read, some people show their love by being crazy as hell. I'm talking crazy, crazy. My daughter's mother, Mariah, is one of those people. I love you too, crazy. Now shut the fuck up texting me. I'm in a meeting.
Ooh, y'all young bitch is something else, I tell you that, because I'd be like, who the f*** you think you talking to? I sure you talking to crazy.
As for DaniLeigh, she started posting messages about healing her heart and moving on. She also shared a bunch of thirst traps on the gram.
Looking for her next victim, huh?
But she and DaBaby weren't over. Months later in December 2020, she shared a photo of them with the caption, My baby, I don't care. Mimi responded to DaniLeigh's Instagram photo with a picture of herself and DaBaby, writing, Was this a month ago? With laughing emojis. In other words, Mimi was implying that DaBaby's dangalang was still dangalanging back and forth between the two ladies. My man is your man, hers is her man too. DaniLeigh clapped back with another coupled up pic with DaBaby. This time in the photo, the rapper was throwing up the middle finger.
What a classy young man.
She released her fourth studio album, My Movie, in November 2020. The album didn't make it on the charts. She followed it up with an EP in December 2020 called In My Feelings, which also didn't chart.
Maybe you need to wait more than 30 days before releasing EPs. I mean, damn. You got one for every month of the year? Pull the best ones from each one, and then that's your EP. That's what you do.
At the start of 2021, DaniLeigh previewed a snippet of her new song, where she sings, Yellow bone, that's what he wants, what he wants, what he wants. Yellow bone, that's what he wants, what he wants, what he wants. Prada, me, and Saint Laurent. Prada, 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 me, and but I won't.
The hell she talking about? Throw the whole song away. It's trash. The hell kind of singing is that? Terrible, just terrible. Nobody told her that was a bad idea. Okay, somebody should have said something. Somebody should have said something.
As you can imagine, the outrage was swift and furious, since many people believed she was taking a direct shot at Mimi's skin color. As the backlash ensued, DaniLeigh commented on Instagram, Why can't I make a song for my light-skinned baddies? Why y'all think I'm hating on others when there are millions of songs speaking on all types? Why y'all so sensitive and take it personal? God damn.
Okay, it's time for a review. I need all the white Latinos to come sit in front of the classroom. Step 1 is being black. Step 2 is light skin versus dark skin don't even apply to you. You didn't make it past step 1, okay? The bottom line is light skin, dark skin don't apply to you. You got to be black first. You know if you white Latino or not. If you're not Afro-Latino, okay, you are white. Blanca. Y'all can go review the Fat Joe video for an in-depth explanation.
And then she made another statement on Twitter that read, Congratulations, y'all got another thing to say about me when you hate. It's all good. Only God can cancel me. People called her out for being a white Latina who had no clue about the damaging effects of colorism in the black community. They also told her the term yellow bone doesn't even apply to her since she isn't black.
That's what I'm saying.
DaniLeigh took offense to that and told Twitter users, Everyone is calling me a white girl, and I ain't no white girl. I'm Dominican with a whole bunch of shit in me. When someone told her that her parents are clearly white, DaniLeigh responded that her parents are light-skinned. She added, My mom is thick as with curly hair that she straightens. My dad is darker than me. I got cousins that look just like you. Dominicans are black also. Just leave it alone, bro. I ain't no white girl. For reference, here's a picture of DaniLeigh's parents.
It's giving white, Danny Lay. It's giving very much white. Two white people cannot make a black woman. You are a white woman. Now sit your ass down somewhere.
Weeks later, she backtracked and issued a half-ass apology. In a video while wearing a fresh set of box braids,
not the damn box braids,
Danny Lay said,
I definitely feel super misunderstood, and you know, my song Yellow Bone is what he want. I think people twisted it into thinking like I'm trying to bash another woman, another skin tone. Like, that was never my intention. I wasn't brought up like that. I never looked at my skin as a privilege. I never looked at me as I'm better than somebody because of my skin tone. Nah, like, I see brown skinned women flaunt their skin all the time in music. Like, why can't I talk about mine? If you look at me, I'm light skinned, I'm a yellow bone. In my opinion, that's just what I am. So it's like, it wasn't something that I looked at so deeply, which I can see why people will take it deeply. So I understand, and I'm sorry that I wasn't sensitive to the topic. Colorism is a real thing, so I do get it. But I'm not that. I'm not a colorist. I'm not a racist. I date a whole chocolate man. I have beautiful dark-skinned friends.
Weeks later, she and DaBaby broke up.
So Yellowbone ain't what he want after all, huh?
But they weren't quite done with each other. In July 2021, Danny Lay announced she had a gut full of DaBaby's baby.
Let's see, what's one way to make a toxic situation even more toxic? I know, add a baby to the mix.
She had a baby shower in the Dominican Republic, and her family reported that DaBaby didn't attend. She gave birth to their daughter Velour in August 2021. 3 months after giving birth, she and DaBaby separately live-streamed one of their heated arguments. DaBaby demanded she leave his North Carolina apartment.
I gotta record you for my sake.
Yeah, go ahead. This the first thing.
You ain't finna bring. No. Go with your move, crazy girl.
Baby called the cops on me. He wants me to get out of his house. Go ahead. Go ahead, baby. Tell him. Where's this stupid guy? Where's he at?
Danny Lay later told her followers that he asked her to leave after she had a Plan B delivered to his apartment. She said all DaBaby wanted to do was skeet in her without any responsibility. During another Instagram live session, DaBaby called Danny Lay out for being his side.
Me and Danny Lay is not together. Do I act like we together?
No.
Do I make it openly clear that we're not together?
Yes.
We are not going steady. She does not live with me. She's been supposed to go back. Been trying to get her stuff sent here, trying to move in. No. Been made it clear, been looked dead in the eyes, had calm, mature conversations. I ain't know this is not what we doing. Me calling the police, that's like for my safety, because this what I'm dealing with.
Okay.
Like, this a real deal cuckoo for cocoa.
Okay.
Look.
Look.
This is a real deal. Like, shawty really cuckoo.
He's trying to act like we haven't been together.
We haven't been together.
Okay. He wants to me and his baby mother and all these Charlotte hoes, all this shit, and me, I'll be okay with that, guys. And me.
The police were called twice, and during their last visit, Danny Lay was charged with 2 counts of misdemeanor assault. She finally left the home with her daughter. Danny Lay's mom and sister came to her defense in a separate Instagram post after DaBaby accused Danny Lay's family of disowning their baby because she's black. A month later, her brother, Brandon Bills, hopped online and challenged DaBaby to a fight.
Okay, Brandon, this ain't what you want.
Danny Lay's brother finally caught up to DaBaby and his friends at a bowling alley in February 2022 and got his ass handed to him.
That's what his ass gets. I told you. What'd I say?
Danny Lay took a break from social media at the start of 2022. She told Variety magazine that she also had to learn how to think before opening her mouth. Looking back on their relationship during a May 2022 interview with Angie Martinez, Danny Lay said their romance was toxic. She also revealed he had cheated on her in a song she released called Dead to Me. Although he hadn't apologized for what he put her through, she said they were working on a healthy co-parenting relationship. In August 2022, Danny Lay was spotted in a car with the rapper Fabulous, but that situation didn't last long. She continued making music and focused on raising her daughter. And then in May 2023, she was driving a G-Wagon in Miami when she hit a man who was riding on a moped. Danny Lay kept driving with the moped stuck underneath her car for about a block. She was apprehended and arrested for hit and run and DUI charges. The moped driver suffered a fractured spine and a lacerated kidney. She was eventually sentenced to 5 years probation, and the moped driver filed a civil lawsuit that is still pending as of this video. With all of the drama surrounding her career, including the love triangle, her controversial music, and the hit-and-run accident, fans started to back away from her music, especially the people she had offended with her Yellow Bone song. In April 2024, a tearful Danny Lay hopped on Snapchat to complain about her music not getting the push that it deserved.
It's just crazy how, like, as soon as I dropped that album, like, first of all, COVID was happening. And then I did something stupid, and then it's just like, boom, it stopped everything. Like, literally, like, no record label push. I was on hiatus. Like, it's just crazy that, like, that music didn't even get the opportunity. But it's just like, why? Like, what was the reason? Because it literally gets me emotional now.
When the video was reposted on other social media sites, most people felt no type of sympathy for her, or for the fact that none of her music has made the charts in the past few years. As the internet mocked her and her fall from grace, Danny Lay commented on her Instagram that the video was supposed to be a private moment between her and her Snapchat friends. She added that she takes accountability for her past, and she's human and growing. She said that she won't speak on it all because of legal reasons, but she wants everyone to know that she's sorry. Are you surprised by what happened to Danny Lay's career? Well, that brings us to the end of our messy relationship marathon. We hope you enjoyed it, and we wish everyone a safe and Merry Christmas.
And Kwanzaa too, girl. Don't forget Kwanzaa now.